And good evening from J. Fred Johnson Stadium. I'm Don Hellman along with Mike Delaney. And tonight the Dobyns-Bennett Indians open up postseason play against the same team they opened up the regular season with, and that's the Admirals of Farragut High School out of Knoxville. Good evening to everyone listening on 1320 WGOC. In case you're wondering why we're not on the Sports Monster, it's because ETSU men have got a basketball game tonight, and so they are there. We are on 1320, but we're also streaming. So if you want to listen to us and watch the game, you can watch it on the YouTube channel and catch us on the stream as well. So a couple different ways. And speaking of that, we want to thank the title sponsor, Spivey, King & Spivey, LLP in Kingsport. They're a general practice law firm focusing on criminal defense and family law issues. The firm serves the Tri-Cities area and provides over 75 years of combined experience in matters dealing with criminal law, divorce, custody, business disputes, personal injury, workers' compensation, construction, civil litigation, and medical malpractice. Spivey, King & Spivey combines decades of trial experience in criminal and civil matters with the energy and perseverance which are demanded in today's modern legal environment. Give them a call, 423-245-4185 to schedule your appointment today. They are our title sponsor, also sponsored by Model City Roofing. If you're looking for top-notch roofing and home exterior services, well, with affordable financing options and exceptional customer service, it's Model City Roofing. They've got you covered. They're located at 1504 Bridgewater Lane in Kingsport, behind 7 Brew Coffee off Stone Drive. Contact Model City Roofing at 423-405-5432 or online, modelcityroofing.com, to learn more. Also, we want to thank Braden's Barbecue for providing the food for the press box, and they've barbecue most of the season, Michael, but a couple of weeks ago, some smoked hot dogs, and they've got some outstanding pork and sausages tonight. So they're mixing it up a little bit and feeding us well.
Yeah, that smoked pork was, as the kids like to say, it was off the chain.
Yeah,
it was off the hook.
Kids still say that, huh? I haven't heard that saying for a while.
My kids.
Your kids.
My kids in my neighborhood.
Okay, all right, there you go. Indians and the Admirals tonight, and we are to that point of the season, Michael, where you win, you move on, you lose, and your season comes to an end. And the Indians getting a home playoff game tonight and potentially next week if they win tonight by virtue of winning the region. Farragut, the number 4 seed out of Region 2, but they have been a team that they opened up the season with 5 straight losses, then put together 4 straight wins before suffering a tough loss at home against the region champion Maryville. They actually led Maryville 21-0 at the half before losing 28-21. The Rebels scored on all 4 of their second half possessions to pull out the win in Knoxville. So this is a much improved Farragut football team, but I think when you look at Dobyns-Bennett, I think they are a better football team than they were at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, coming into the season, if somebody would have said, Dobyns-Bennett's going to be 8-2 and Region 1 champions, there's not a lot of people outside of the locker room that would have believed that. And truthfully, I didn't know if we'd be 8-2. I thought we'd have a winning record, but to do the things that they've done, the offense has been diversified. It's not a strictly run. It's about, I think, probably 60-40 run to pass, but the passes have been timely. Sykes has been finding multiple receivers and getting everybody involved. Plus, he's still carrying the ball and doing well with that. Teagan Begley has carried the ball a bunch of the times, but Corday Moore and the rest of the guys have come in and spelled Teagan when they needed to, and had some good games and quality yardage. And before I say all that, let's say this. The offensive line for the Indians has done a remarkable job for the most part of the season, opening up holes and providing some protection for the offense to do what they've been able to do. And the defense, what we thought was going to be shorthanded this year, with lack of depth and whatnot and have you, Indians have built some depth on defense and the offensive line, but the defense has really stepped up when it needed to. Last weekend against Science Hill, there toward the end of the game, the Toppers are driving, and the defense just bowed its back, showed up, showed out, and put a kibosh on the Toppers, thinking they could get a comeback going.
Indians and the Admirals, first round of the TSSAA 6A playoffs. We'll take a timeout. This is the Max Medicine Mart pregame show. Indian football brought to you by Chance Guy Key of Kingsport. We'll return right after this. Welcome back into our pregame show, Max Medicine Mart pregame show, Indian football, brought to you by Chance Guy Key of Kingsport. Tonight, the Dobyns-Bennett Indians and the Farragut Admirals facing off in the first round of the TSSAA playoffs in 6A. Last night, one game played between a Region 1 and Region 2 team. It was the 2 seed out of Region 2. Bearden Bulldogs against the Jefferson County Patriots, the 3 seed out of Region 1. And this thing wasn't even close, Michael. 49-14. They had it on Thursday night. It was part of the Knoxville Rivalry Thursday type setup that they've got. I was wondering why they played early and then found out later today. But 49-14, I thought that would be a much closer football game than what it was. But Bearden, since getting trounced early in the season by Maryville, has played much better down the stretch to secure that number 2 seed. And by the way, the winner of this game tonight gets to play Bearden next week.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's awful nice. And fortunately, you and I both have been to Bearden. We've done several games in Bearden at Knox Bearden High School, and it's not a knock against Knox Bearden, but I like our press box a whole lot better than I like Knox Bearden's press box.
Definitely, and it's a whole lot easier to get into because we've got an elevator, and they've got a ton of steps that I'm just not interested in climbing.
They have a staircase that goes like this. It's a straight up incline.
Yeah,
it makes it rough on old men to climb up and down those steps. But yeah, Bearden. Let's face facts, folks. Bearden has been good for several years, and they seem to get better as the year goes along. And let's face facts. In that Knoxville area, Maryville's always do damage, and they've had a couple of down years by their standards.
Yeah.
You give any other high school coach Maryville's record over the last 3 or 4 years, they'll take it and they'll run around the block and do a handstand. But it's for the folks down in Maryville, it's a down year and don't know what's going on, and man, maybe we need to fire the coach or what we need to do something because it's just not working like it used to. But hey, like we said, Bearden has come back and done what they needed to do, and it'd be nice to play Bearden again on our home turf.
Well, we don't have to worry about them just yet. We've got to worry about the Admirals of Farragut.
Yeah.
This is a team that the Indians did defeat the opening game of the season, 27-20. Indians jumped out in front, got a 7-0 lead in the first quarter, scored another touchdown in the second quarter. In fact, the Admirals fumbled the football on a handoff. A second play of the football game, Indians recovered, had a short field, took it in for a touchdown for that 7-0 lead early in the football game. Didn't score again until the second quarter, led it 14-0. But then the Admirals came back with 2 quick touchdowns in the later half of the second quarter. And in fact, it was from that point all the way through the third quarter and into the start of the fourth quarter that was really dominated by the Admirals. And it was 14-14 at the half. They kicked 2 field goals. The defense bowed their back, held them to field goals, but it was 20-14 in favor of the Admirals going to the fourth quarter. But the Indians then all of a sudden started throwing the football. They struggled running the football, less than 100 yards rushing, 93 on the evening. Actually, that was more than what Farragut had. We'll talk about that in a moment. But they started throwing the football, and most of those passes going to Cainan Franklin from the tight end position. And the Indians were able to score 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, did miss 1 extra point. It was 27-20. Admirals were driving late in the football game, and there go that guy again, that man again. Cainan Franklin gets an interception at about the 6-yard line. The Indians get it, and they're able to run out the clock and hang on for an exciting opening game win. Indians struggled running the football in the game. Tegan Bagley led the tribe with 41 yards. That was in limited duty because he injured his shoulder. Then you went to Trey Wyndham. He had a season-ending knee injury, and Corday Moore gets pressed into work, and he only gets 13 yards and 7 carries. So the Indians were really struggling to move the football until they started connecting in that fourth quarter through the air. Franklin ended up with 6 catches, 91 yards. Jalen Thomas, 4 catches for 27 yards. Tylen Taylor, 1 catch for 3 yards. Rome Pruitt, 1 catch for 5 yards. Dylan Murray had 3 catches for 49 yards. But it was the passing game that got the Indians rolling. I'm going to be really interested to see tonight what the Indians do running the football with a healthy Tegan Bagley, if he can go the whole way tonight, because the Indians are running the football much better now than what they did. In fact, Corday Moore stepped in. The Indians missed Tegan Bagley in the Greenville game, the second game of the season, a 35-0 shutout that saw the Indians not able to throw the football at all, but ran the football, and Corday Moore was successful running the football in that game. So it'll be interesting to see. Farragut's got one of those teams, a smallish sized defense, but they're very quick. Much like Science Hill was last week. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Indians are going to be able to do offensively against this Farragut defense tonight when you compare it to what happened the first time these two teams met.
And that was the first game of the season. A lot of jitters, a lot of nervousness. The Farragut had a couple of guys coming back off of injury. Dobyns-Bennett had some guys out with injury. Matter of fact, the kicker was out. Cooper McLean was out that ball game. Cooper, what did he miss?
He's missed about the first half of the season.
Missed first half of the season. And then Indians lost couple of guys during that first ball game of the season. So it's going to be interesting. Like you said, these are not the names of the schools are the same, but these are not the same football teams that started that third weekend in August.
You know, when I was talking to Coach Joy Christian last night at Center Street Grill and Smokehouse during the coaches show, as we do every Thursday night, 5:30 to 6:30, he said, you know, everybody's talking about the fact that Farragut is a good football team. They're a much better football team than they were the first game of the season. And he says, but you know what? So are we.
Yeah.
He said they've been practicing every day during the week and playing football on Friday night. Guess what? We have too. In fact, the way he put it, he says, Don, you know what we've been doing? I said, let's see. Practicing? Exactly. We've been practicing too. So both of these teams are going to be better football teams. Both of them, with the exception of the Indians, have lost an offensive lineman. Cooper Reed was involved, unfortunately, in a car accident, suffered a season-ending injury to his shoulder in that, and so he will not be with the Indians tonight. But other than that, the Indians actually are a healthier football team, a more experienced football team. If you remember, the Indians really had a couple of running backs that were supposed to be ahead of Teagan Bagley in the running back, and Teagan was going to be more of a wide receiver.
Yeah.
And he was pressed into running back action because of the injuries in preseason camp. He's experienced as a running back now, and so I think he's going to do a much better job reading blocks, looking for holes, and things like that. So it's going to be interesting as both of these teams have improved. You mentioned the fact that Landon Collins and Robbie Jacobs, both coming off injuries, did not play in Farragut scrimmages before the preseason. Both of them showed up and played. Jacobs had 6 catches for 141 yards. Yeah. Collins, 6 catches, 73 yards. I think it's Collins who is going to be playing at MTSU next year.
He's the speedster.
Yeah, well, Robbie Jacobs got a little bit of speed too.
Yeah,
but both of those guys, they're healthy, and they've got another wide receiver by the name of a slot receiver by the name of Ethan Farragut. And as Coach mentioned to me, he said if it wasn't for those other two guys, he said Farragut probably would be he could be a top receiver at any number of schools. It's just the fact that they've got 2 other really good receivers ahead of them. So it's going to be an interesting matchup between these two teams. Second time around. By the way, this will be the 20th meeting between these two teams, as the Indians have won, the 21st meeting, excuse me. The Indians have won 14. Farragut has won 6. They've played each other 4 times in the playoffs, with each team winning 2. Yeah. This will be the first time the 2 teams have ever played twice in the same season, where they met during the regular season and then again in the playoffs. Indians and the Admirals in the Region 1 6A first-round playoff game. Max Minnesmart pregame show. Indian football brought to you by Chance Guy Key of Kingsport continues right after this.
Could I have your attention, please? A vehicle needs to move. A black Toyota 4Runner that's parked behind the dome with license plate number BGH 8657. That's BGH 8657. That vehicle needs to be moved from behind the dome. Thank you.
Back at J. Fred Johnson Stadium, Don Hellman, Mike Delaney on the Max Medicine Mart pregame show, Indian football, brought to you by Chance Guy Kia of Kingsport. Michael, I made a copy of this because I wanted to share it. A sports writer for the Nashville Tennessean, George Robinson, predicted every first-round game between Region 1 and, well, actually, he did it statewide.
Okay.
I didn't get all of them, but I got the first-round games from 1A through 6A between Region 1 and Region 2, just out of curiosity to see what he would have. So let's start out with 1A. He started out with Cosby over Rockwood.
Okay.
Oliver Springs defeating Cloudland. Harriman over North Green, and then Coalfield over Jellicoe. So if I remember the regions correctly, I think that's 3 wins for Region 2 and 1 for Region 1.
Okay.
In 2A, South Green, who's had an outstanding season, over Tellico Plains. Bledsoe County over Eagleton. Happy Valley winning over Polk County. And York over Hampton. 3A, Unicoi County, who was the Region 1 champion in 3A,
okay,
over Union County. Kingston over Gatlinburg-Pittman, which is a little bit of a surprise. Gatlinburg-Pittman usually, they're a little bit of a down year this year compared to what they normally have. Johnson County over Austin East. It was interesting. I heard Bill Meade talking about that game a little bit earlier tonight, talking about games in the region. And he said, I don't think it's going to be quite as cold up in Mountain City as what it typically is this time of year.
Yeah, no.
And then Alcoa over Pigeon Forge, which that's kind of a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, Johnson County stumbled that right towards the end of the season. A great game between Unicoi County and Johnson County. Unicoi County last week with a late field goal to win the region. Johnson County lost their top running back a couple of weeks ago, end of the season, which is just a shame because they were having an outstanding season. In 4A, Greenville over Carter, Gibbs over Cherokee, Fulton over Elizabethton, and then Anderson County over Northview Academy. So again, there's a 3 for Region 2, 1 for Region 1. Of course, Greenville, one of the top teams in the state. In 5A, Sevier County, he selects to continue going unbeaten over Knox Central. Powell over Tennessee High. Of course, Knox West and Powell played for their region championship last week. Knox Halls over Morristown West, and then Knox West over David Crockett. By the way, that's the game on AM 910 WJCW. Jacob Townsend got the pleasure of driving to Knoxville to do that game between Crockett and Knox West tonight.
On a Friday night?
Getting to go to Knoxville on a Friday.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
And then in 6A, he is picking Dobyns-Bennett to defeat Farragut. Now, there's no scores here.
Right.
He picked Bearden over Jeff County, Maryville over William Blunt, but the surprise to me, Cleveland over Science Hill. So Dobyns-Bennett, the only team out of Region 1 and 6A that he was picking to win over teams from Region 2.
Now, didn't Science Hill and Cleveland play earlier this year?
They did not.
They played. I think they played last year.
Yeah, might have, yeah.
Yeah, but Cleveland is always. Cleveland's tough.
Cleveland's a good football team. They're 7-3.
Yeah.
They're 7-3. They lost 3 games in a row. They started off the season 6-0, lost 3 in a row, and included in that was Bearden and Maryville and a team from Charlotte, and then came back and won their last 2 games and ended up 7-3. The number 3.
The Admirals are led by head coach Jeff Courtney. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the Jumbotron for tonight's Indian starting lineup.
Baker Carroll, Jr.
Ethan Klein, Senior, punter.
Will Ford, Senior.
McLean, Junior, kicker.
Tyler Grizzle, Junior.
Dylan Fugate, Junior, defensive tackle.
Josiah Steele, Senior, DN.
Evan Murdoch, Senior, middle linebacker.
Hayden Franklin, Senior, middle linebacker.
Tyree Thomas, sophomore, defensive end.
Marshall,
Senior.
Avian Goodwin, Jr., defensive back.
Jackson Sensabaugh, sophomore, cornerback.
Tegan Begley, Jr.
Jalen Thomas, Junior, safety.
Javon Graves, Senior, right tackle.
Baker Carroll, O-line, Jr.
Tyler Grizzle, Junior, O-line. Will Ford, Senior, O-line.
Hayden Franklin, Senior, tight end.
Dylan Murray, wide receiver, Senior.
Rowan Pruitt, Senior, wide receiver.
John Thomas, Junior.
Tegan Begley, Jr., running back.
Austin Sykes, Senior, quarterback.
Our coaches, trainers, and administrative staff include Head Coach Joey Christian, Associate Head Coach Jesse McMillan, Co-Defensive Coordinators John Ellis Davis and Trey Trammell, Offensive Coordinator Chris Thacker, assisted by Walker Throp, Carter Everett, Jake Mullins, Ty Hayworth, Dustin Gaines, Rocky Jones, Sam Barton, Josh Bearden, Braden Buckles, Ryan Irwin, and Nick Blackwell. Sports Performance Staff, Zach Fleming, Danielle Luthke, and Tanner Combs. Athletic Trainers, Kevin Trivet and Brianna Hippensteel. Equipment Manager, Barry Williams. Groundskeeper, Lee McDavid. Statistician, John Burleson. Associate Athletic Director, Brian Barrett. Assistant Athletic Directors, Jimmy Burleson and Aaron Gorley. Athletic Director, Frankie DeBus. Principal, Dr. Brian Tate, and Superintendent of Kingsport City Schools, Dr. Chris Hampton. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field, please welcome the 2024 Dobyns-Bennett High School Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Leif Cook, Ryan Gilbert, and Jacob Carpenter. Percussion instructors are Daniel Del Moro, Jeff Upshaw, Josh Cassidy, and Preston Trent. Color guard staff includes Jed Garvey, Austin Price, Caroline Gilbert, Judy Schown, and Emma Kimbler. Additional instructors are Corey Seguin, Olivia Baker, Stacia Howard, and Dana Bellino. Drum majors are Caden Powers, Claire Lee, Mia McVeigh, and Cam Sewell. Ladies and gentlemen, we call your attention to the game administrators meeting that is being held on the field. This meeting includes Dobyns-Bennett's athletic director, Frankie DeBus, the 2 head coaches, the referee, and a representative of the security team. Each is reviewing their responsibilities for this game. We ask that each spectator conduct themselves in a positive and sportsmanlike manner, and we encourage you to cheer for your team. Thank you for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, each Thursday during the football season, our community steps up to provide a meal for both our players and coaches. We would like to recognize First Broad Street United Methodist Church for providing last week's meal and Popeyes for providing this week's meal. Thank you for your generous support of Dobyns-Bennett football, and Roll Tribe. Attention Tribe Nation, if you haven't already heard, pre-orders are now being taken for the brand new Dobyns-Bennett High School Specialty License Plate. This is a legal, registered Tennessee specialty plate that can be renewed each year with your vehicle registration. Funds raised will support the athletic programs at Robinson and Sevier Middle Schools. For more information and to be among the first to pre-order, pick up a flyer at the ticket gate or concession stands, scan the QR code on the Jumbotron, or visit the Dobyns-Bennett or Kingsport City Schools website. Thank you.
Dobyns-Bennett presents Flashback Friday. Dobyns-Bennett Farragut 2020. Dobyns-Bennett came in 6-0, ranked number 3 in the state, but winning at Farragut would not be an easy task. Admirals head coach Eddie Courtney had just returned to the sideline, having undergone surgery for prostate cancer. Plus, the COVID-19 pandemic was still in effect. Running behind All-State lineman Zach Ferguson, Dobyns-Bennett rode the Thunder and Lightning. Running backs Tyler Tesner and Philip Armitage. Tesner found the end zone first.
Whitson turns, he hands it to Tesner, just following the offensive line, and the fullback Martin bulldozing his way 3 yards, touchdown Tribe.
With the running game established, senior quarterback Zane Whitson took to the air. Braden Marshall burned the Admirals next.
1st and 10 Indians at the 40. Another fake pitch. Going to throw it this time. Wide open is Marshall. All alone for the Dobyns-Bennett touchdown.
There was nobody within 15 yards of Marshall.
Tesner got Dobyns-Bennett in the red zone again to start the second quarter, and Whitson made it 21-0.
Whitson with 3 on the shot clock, turns and hands it to Tesner going left. No, he fakes it. Whitson has it. Rolling right, he's going to put his head down. Touchdown! Dobyns-Bennett. Whitson would not be denied.
Showing the pass freed him up enough to get in the end zone.
Quarterback Dawson Moore tried to rally Farragut, throwing a touchdown to Matt White, but Tesner had the answer.
Now Gillespie in motion this time. Again, there goes Tesner. Nobody's going to catch him this time. Tesner 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Tribe! 52 yards by Tyler Tesner.
He's always kind of a step away. That time there was nobody.
Dawson Moore connected with Mason Collins in the final seconds of the first half. It was 28-14 at the break. The Dobyns-Bennett defense, led by All-State lineman Jackson Martin, stopped the Admirals on 4th down to start the second half. And then Philip Armitage got his turn.
Give to Armitage going right, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5. He's gone. Philip Armitage takes it 46 yards to the house.
Moore connected with Trace Corum to make it 35-21, but Farragut couldn't get any closer. Tesner and Armitage put the game out of reach.
Whitson gives it to Tesner to the right side. Tesner 20, 15, 10, 5. Tesner galloping into the end zone. Whitson will turn, give it to Armitage. Armitage just muscles his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dobyns-Bennett. Shotgun formation. Whitson gives it to Tesner. Start up the middle. Tesner 45-50, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5. Makes the cut. Diving for the pylon. Touchdown! Tribe, 62 yards by Tyler Tesner.
My goodness.
Tesner rushed for 241 yards and 4 touchdowns. Armitage ran for 72, and Zane Whitson threw for 188. For the 3rd time in 4 years, Dobyns-Bennett went on to win the Big East Conference. They finished 10-3 and made the state quarterfinals. Indians 56, Farragut 35.
The lot, turn up 12 swat, busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box, had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole seal, I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, we been trapping like the 80s.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the Jumbotron. During our game on October 18th versus William Blount, 2 of our Indians synced up to secure a miraculous interception. Number 22, Cainan Franklin, and number 18, Zayden Hayes. The National Football League reached out this week to notify us that their play is the Week 9 recipient of the NFL Way to Play Award.
Let's go from one great interception to another. In partnership with Huddle, the high school Way to Play Award goes to co-winners, actually, linebacker Cainan Franklin and DB Zayden Hayes of Dobyns-Bennett High School in Kingsport, Tennessee. Now watch this. I want you to watch what Hayes does here. Hayes, the cornerback right here, down low, keeps his eye. He's right there in the flat, but the awareness to be able to get up high, throw the ball to his linebacker over there is outstanding. You see Franklin, the big fella, gets it. The linebacker gets that ball. I'll say both guys, that's the way to play. It's the way to finish and the way to play Zayden and Peyton. All right.
Peyton and Zayden have now won their team a $3,000 equipment grant. Special thank you to the National Football League for recognizing our student athletes. Roll Tribe!
we said they needed to find something, and there it was.
To me, band is not fully about the musicality and the visuals. While that is extremely important, the most important thing to me is that we become like a huge family.
Whenever I think about high school reunions, you know, I'm not going to be looking at the people that I had lunch with or anything like that, but it's the people that, you know, I suited up to go outside and work on stuff with.
You can really feel it out in the field just being around the other band members. I get a sense, for me, that the band is more of a family.
It's not even connections that I've made, but a brotherhood with a lot of my section.
I think Dobyns-Bennett is special because we know how to be a family and how to work together.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Dobyns-Bennett Marching Indian Band. Section leaders are Lily Beth Crawford, Hannah Depew, Liam Klug, Luke Nash, Anna Claire Pierce, Will Lively, Kaylee Hughes, Victor Kitzmiller, Grant Smith, Grace Hager, Eli Marlowe, Hunter Reed, Preston McMullins, and Jackson Williams. Color guard captains are Maddie Stewart, Kaylee McMurray, and Savannah Lane. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Caden Powers, Claire Lee, Mia McVeigh, and Cam Sewell. Here's Rocky Top. and gentlemen, we now ask that you please stand, if able, for the presentation of our national colors by the Dobyns-Bennett Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard. Tonight's Color Guard is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Nathan Browning. Team members include Cadet Major Taylor Davis, Cadet Captain Ken Hurley, Cadet First Lieutenant Ellie Porter, Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Jack Benson, and Cadet Staff Sergeant Gage Hudson. The Dobyns-Bennett Junior ROTC is commanded by United States Air Force retired Lieutenant Colonel Kevin Ramsey and United States Air Force retired Chief Master Sergeant Melanie Blankenship. Now we ask that you please join us in a moment of silence. Now we ask that you please remain standing. Remove your caps and place your hand over your heart. Veterans, you're encouraged to render a hand salute in honor of America as the Dobyns-Bennett Marching Band, under the direction of Leif Cook, plays our national anthem.
Taking my shots, giving it all of my hearts, knocking it out of the parks. I'm in the light, used to be covered in darks, throwing it everywhere, didn't have nails in my darts. Do what it takes till it hurts, baby, I'm saving this earth. How to build it from the ground, now I see what's up. Elephant, my skin is tough, drank it from the fountain, knowing I will never get enough. It was rough, all you thought I had some love. Eyes wide shut, I'ma get you back in line, get you back in touch. Where I am doesn't fit into your box. Taking my shots, giving it all of my hearts, knocking it out of the parks. I'm in the light, used to be covered in darks, throwing it everywhere, didn't have nails in my darts. Do what it takes till it hurts. I know it's hard, but I know it's worth it. Where I am doesn't fit into your box. Taking my shots, giving it all of my hearts, knocking it out of the parks. I'm in my lane, don't be in shock. Embracing the end is a part of the plot. I'm building my legacy up from a block. It's time to go up, so you ready or not?
drums. Feel the beat. And fear the tribe. Welcomes the Admirals of Knoxville Farragut High School. Captains for Farragut High School, number 1, Robbie Jacobs, number 8, Bryce Thompson, number 11, Landon Collins, and number 15, Kent Carbaugh. Captains for Dobyns-Bennett, number 4, Kosiah Steele, number 22, Peyton Franklin, number 70, Will Ford, and number 12, Austin Sykes. Referees for tonight's contest, referee Rick Pope, umpire Adam Hooper, linesman Andrew King, line judge Cody Sunderland, back judge Mark Hazelwood, game clock operator Larry Hunt, play clock operator Moose Salyer. The Admirals will be receiving
tonight is being played according to the rules of the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association.
They'll be at home again next Friday against Burleson High School out of Knoxville. If they lose, they pack up the equipment, call it a season, and the guys that are on the basketball team that are on the football team as well will make the switch and go start practicing basketball, which, by the way, got underway this week. Talking to Chris Poore, the head coach of the Tribe. So that orange round ball that looks like a pumpkin, but bounces a little bit better, and will be the first game, the 21st of November. Is our first game, and that'll be down at Morristown East. And then 2 days later, a Hall of Champions game. Jacob Townsend will be filling in for me on that one. And so it's just about that time of year we could have that crisscross of the season, depending on how the football team does. If the Indians win tonight, they win next week, we'll be doing a basketball game on Thursday, a football game on Friday, and then you'll be doing a basketball game with Jacob on Saturday.
You know, I love it. You know I love it.
Yep, absolutely.
This is my favorite time of the year. Everything is coming together, and I especially love the pumpkin. We like to appreciate the pumpkin and protect the pumpkin, but we also like to protect the pigskin and appreciate the pigskin also.
All right. Let's see what kind of coverage Indians have on the kick team, because Farragut, a very dangerous kick return football team. And we're ready to get things underway. Cooper McLean with the boot, high and over end kick to the near side of the field, taken at the 4-yard line, going to the far side across the 10, the 15, across the 20, out to about the 22, and that's where Farragut will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Good coverage by the Indians on that.
Yeah, good coverage. There's a lot of hitting going on down there as usual. People always ask me, Mike, why didn't you play football? Because you get hit a lot, and I don't like getting hit, especially when it's cold outside.
You just don't like it when it's cold outside, period.
Well, that too. I mean, hey, I make no bones about it.
Farragut 1st and 10, moving right to left here. They'll bring 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Noble, the running back. Next to the quarterback, Hobson, just a sophomore, back to throw, looking right. He's going to step up. He had running room, but he's going to throw, and he's got a man at the 35 across the 40 to the 41-yard line, and that is Landon Collins, and there is that man.
There's that man. Dobyns-Bennett was really concerned about him in the first game of the season, and there, here on the first play of the playoffs, he's wide open, cutting across the middle.
Well, Hobson did a nice job stepping up in the pocket. He could have run, but he saw Hobson open, as they did a good job pushing the rush to the outside.
Oh my goodness.
Noble coming out to the near side. He's going to catch the pass across the 40-45 and driven out of bounds at the 49-yard line, and a nice pickup of 8 yards, and Farragut comes out
on the stop, 17,
flinging it,
Thomas,
and successfully, and already almost out to midfield. It'll be 2nd and just 2. Let's see if they take a shot on 2nd short.
On the negative side of the field, but they're close enough to the positive side of the field. It's a great place to take a deep shot.
Yeah, already a much better start for the Admirals than what they had the last time they were here. 2 wides to each side, ball in the near hash mark. Straight drop back, stepping up there, take a shot, and
wide open.
Is wide open.
Oh, he dropped it.
That had touchdown written all over it. Landon Collins dropped the football.
Oh my goodness, I bet he's sick. If he's not sick, I'm sick for him.
Well, I called that one. You called the fade to the corner last week. I called that one, taking a shot deep, and Collins had his man beat and just flat dropped the football. I was getting ready to say he's got it the 15, 10, 5 touchdown, but nope, he dropped it. 1 wide to each side this time. 3rd and 2 from their own 49.
Man.
Hobson looks to the far sideline. He's got to play. Got a lot of guys in tight. Handoff, Noble, and he's going to get the first down.
The carry, 24, Charlie Noble.
Good run that time. He got more than enough to get the first down. And
35.
That was a post pattern on that pass that Collins dropped. He was man coverage, and the defensive back was beat badly.
Pick up a 4 by Charlie Noble down to the Indian 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Admirals, as they are moving the football. 4 plays, started out at their own 22, already in Dobyns-Bennett territory. Man going in motion, setting up as an H-back. That's Heatherly. They'll hand it off to Noble. Big hole on the left side, kicks outside across the 40, down to the 36-yard line, and another first down. That's going to be a pickup of 11 yards.
This is a far cry from the start of the first game of the season, that's for sure.
And the Admirals typically do not run the football very well, but tell you what, 11 yards on that carry. Down to the Indian 36. 3 wides far side, 1 to the near side. Ball still on the near hash. Faked handoff. Throwing outside, incomplete.
Hobson's pass.
Had a man open, but Hobson missed him wide. He was trying to hit Heatherly.
Aaron Heatherly, incomplete.
2nd and 10 for the Admirals.
Yeah, in coverage, came up and made him pay. If he would have caught that, it would have been, I don't know if he would have gotten any more yards after the catch, because Tegan Begley came up and said a nice friendly hello to him.
2nd and 10 from the Indian 36. 3 wide set up far side. They will send nobody to the near side this time. And Noble, the running back, off the left shoulder of the quarterback Hobson. Back to throw, straight drop. Here comes pressure, and they've got him.
Yeah.
And he's going to go down. I think he'll give him a little bit of forward progress. No, they're not going to give him much. All the way, he was hit at the 47, drove him all the way back to the 49. That's a loss of 13.
Man, Grizzle was in there first. Then Tyree Thomas came in and cleaned it up with the rest of the defensive line. But give the old Grizzle man an assist on that one, because he was the one that really started that play. Got good pressure from his tackle position, was able to get back there in the backfield.
3rd and 23 for the Admirals from the Indian 49. Loss of 13 on the sack. 3 wides far side, 1 near side. Thompson, straight drop, 3 steps, 4 steps. Here comes pressure again.
Tyree.
He's going to go down again.
Tyree Thomas, hello.
All the way back to the 38-yard line.
Wow.
Another 13-yard loss. 26-yard losses on 2 blitzes by the Indians. And that's going to force the Admirals into a punt. Boy, that changed the tempo of that first possession very quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, momentum swung way back on the other side.
Tegan Bagley, the lone deep man for the Indians.
Number 37, Ryan McHugh.
The sophomore Tyree Thomas starting where he left off at last week.
And they're going to punt it away from Bagley. And it's a short punt, takes an Indian bounce, now bounces back for the Admirals, and it's going to roll dead at the 36-yard line. So the Indians will have pretty decent field position to start out their first possession of the football game. Yeah,
that's good yardage right there. 36-yard line. That's a good field position. See if the Indians see what they come out with. Probably a trap play or maybe something around the end.
8:12 remaining, first quarter, no score. Indians getting ready for their first possession of the football game. Moving left to right, and the ball is on the far hash mark. They'll send 1 wide out to each side. Bagley off the right shoulder of Sykes, and Peyton Franklin, the H-back, moves from left to right. And it'll be Bagley off left tackle. Across the 40 to the 41-yard line for a pickup of 5.
Nice little run that time by Bagley. Nice little hole over there on the left-hand side. Was able to get some good yardage out of that.
The Indians are going to line up 2 to the near side. Rome Pruitt was on the far side last time. Jalen Thomas to the near side. Now they're both near side. Thomas in the slot, 2nd and 5. Blitz coming from the outside. They've got Thomas. He cuts inside, got a block across the 45. Up, it's coming back. We've got a hold.
Pass complete.
Nice move. I'll tell you what, we've seen that from Jalen Thomas a lot, where he will catch the ball short and able to juke some defenders, but a hold is going to call that back. And let's see where they mark this off from, because last week there was a mistake made that a holding penalty was marked off from the point of infraction, not the line of scrimmage.
Blocking the back, number 22 on the offense.
Mark it off from the line of
second down.
But nonetheless, that moves the Indians all the way back to the 31-yard line. And a mistake early offensively for the Indians, and that has been the one thing that's been difficult to overcome. If they do not win a football game, getting beat deep or offensive holding penalties, in general, going to be the problem. Here comes a blitz. Bagley hit the backfield, got away from 1, got away from 2, drags a couple, gets all the way out to near the 35-yard line, and he was actually hit in the backfield, got about 8 yards all on his own for an official pickup of 4.
Yeah, Tegan tried to run over somebody. That time, I'd love to have seen him maybe do a jump cut and get to the outside and instead of trying to run somebody over.
3rd down and 11. From the 35-yard line, Indians need to get to the 46, and that holding penalty looming large. They've got 3 wides to the near side. That's the short side of the field. 1 to the far, 2 to the far side. Empty backfield now. Now Thomas will go to the far side. 3 that side, 2 to the near side. Sykes back to throw. Steps up, looking. Rolling left, he's under pressure, and he's going to go down, and that's going to end this series for the Indians back at the 30-yard line on a loss of 5.
And that was caused by good coverage downfield by the Admirals. They had everything bottled up and covered up, and he had nowhere to throw the ball to. Tried to buy some time, but there was just nobody could get open.
Yeah, definitely a coverage sack there. Ethan Klein will come on and punt the football away for the Indians. And the deep man for Farragut at about his own 36-yard line. So they look to get pretty good field position on this exchange. High snap. Klein gets it, gets the kick away, and not a good kick. It's going to hit, and it's going to take a big Indian bounce inside the 35, inside the 30, down to about the 28-yard line. So the Indians, well, it was not a pretty-looking punt. It hit out around at the 44-yard line, rolled all the way down to the 28-yard line of Farragut. So Indians got the benefit of a big bounce there, and it's going to be the Admirals' second possession of the football game. 5:48 remaining, first quarter, no score. And that holding penalty really shooting the Indians in the foot on that first possession.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Indians had something, looked like they may have had something going, but that penalty was costly.
So the Admirals with 3 wides far side, 1 to the near side. Ball pretty much center between the 2 hashes. And here comes a man in motion. That's Heatherly, going to line up as the H-back on the right side. Noble gets the handoff, and he is not going anywhere.
Who was that? That was Mr. Kosiah Steele.
Leading tackler on this Dobyns-Bennett football team coming into the game.
On the stop, number 4.
Noble with no gain.
Steele.
And it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Admirals at their own 28. 2 wides far side, 1 near side. Noble off the left shoulder of Hobson. Heatherly set up as an H-back near side, and now they're going to change the play. Plenty of time on the play clock. Indians blitzing. Hobson gets outside, throws, and is it complete?
No.
Incomplete. Diving, Ethan Farragut diving, trying to get it, could not come up with it. And it's going to be 3rd and 10. And after hitting his first 2 for a total of 27 yards, Hobson has missed on his last 3 attempts. Plus, got sacked for a total twice for a total of 26 yards.
Yeah,
they did a good job picking up the Indian blitz the last time.
Oh, yeah.
2 wides near side, 1 far side. And they're going to throw a little wide receiver screen to Farragut. He's dropped for a loss.
He got nowhere.
Boy, he ran right into the coverage. If he'd have been outside, he'd have had some running room. But he ran right into the Indian linebackers and was dropped for a loss back at the 26-yard line. That was Farragut on the catch. Loss of 2. And it'll bring up 4th down and 12 for the Admirals.
Yeah, Indians had good penetration on that bubble screen, and he had nowhere to go with that.
So Begley, the lone deep man once again.
Tegan Begley.
There's the punt. And he's going to call for a fair catch. Makes it at the 41-yard line.
Fair catch called for by Tegan Begley.
So far, an exchange of punts between the 2 teams, and the second offensive possession by the Indians coming up with 4:17 remaining in the first quarter. And the Tribe will take over. Actually, we're going to place that at the 42, Mike.
That's not a bad. That's really good field position.
About 6 yards further up than what they had to start the last possession. Let's see if we can do it without any laundry on the field this time now.
That would be a nice surprise.
Pruitt, Thomas, both to the wide side of the field, or far side of the field, I should say. Ball pretty much midway between the hashes, and here comes Thomas in motion from left to right. They move him a lot in motion, don't they?
Yeah, I wonder how many miles you're going to do in a game.
Handoff, Begley, off right tackle, cuts outside, across midfield. He's going to be a yard short of the first down at the 49-yard line of Farragut for a pickup of 9.
Yeah, the referee on the far side gave him a first down. The one on the near side said, no, back it up.
That was the correct spot on the near side, too.
Good blocking up front again by the Beef Boys, giving Begley some room to run.
You know, it's interesting because the Indians have typically sent a man in motion on probably 3/4 of the offensive plays. Beginning the season, Coach Christian said, well, we're not going to do that as much this year. And guess what? They're doing it just as much now. Since about the midway point of the season.
Yeah.
1 wide to each side, and here comes Thomas in motion again. And was expecting a flag, throwing deep and overthrown.
Oh, it's intercepted. Oh, my goodness.
Collins gets it, runs all the way back to the goal line, across the 10, the 15, the 20, and slides down at the 30. That's surprising he slid.
Yeah.
But I did not think he was going to. Oh, there's a flag. Rome Pruitt stuck his arm out. Now let's see which way this goes, because
he got pushed first.
Robbie Jacobs pushed him, and then let's see, do they get the first one, or is it going to be the retaliation like it so often is? And Austin Sykes probably threw a pass that should not have been thrown.
Threw it into triple coverage.
Yeah, threw it into coverage. At least up, there was a man over and under. All right, here's the call. Personal foul, and it's going to go again. Oh, it's offsetting penalties.
Okay.
So Farragut will get the football at their own 30-yard line. So a short possession for the Indians, 3:18 remaining in the first quarter. No score.
Personal foul, number 1 on the receiving, on the
their own 30-yard line.
Personal foul, number 8 on the offense. Those penalties will offset. White ball,
actually hear
first
the referee,
down.
The officials' mic tonight.
Yeah, we got the windows up, top down, got the top down.
See, when ETSU plays, they've got a hookup to that,
yes,
where they can feed into their board.
Yeah.
We're not able to get that,
we're
so
not sophisticated.
We couldn't hear the officials through the windows that didn't open up. So. But it was still a nice setup to broadcast. Not complaining about it.
No,
2 wides near side, 1 far side, ball on the far hash. Noble gets the handoff, goes outside across the 35, out near the 40, and I think he's got the first down. He does, all the way out to the 41-yard line.
Yeah.
And Noble's running hard tonight.
He is. There's been some good blocks up front there. That offensive line is firing off and laying Indians down. 26
yards on 4 carries for Noble already. And another first down for the Admirals out to the 41-yard line. How many first downs do they have?
They have 4 first downs so far.
Indians don't have any, do they?
No, they don't have any.
3 wides near side, 1 far side. Man in motion is Heatherly. Noble's going to get the handoff again, kicks it outside, 45, into Dobyns-Bennett territory, and he's going to have another first down.
Yeah, and I like what Noble did right there. He kind of made himself small, Don, as he was going behind the line, and then next thing you know, as he saw the hole open up, he kind of stood up and got a little bit bigger to get through that hole, and you know, the Indians kind of lost him he got lost in the wash, and he gets another first down for the Admirals.
You know, I'm not crazy about the fact that I don't want them throwing all the time, but I'm not crazy about the fact that they're successful running, because that's going to make throwing the ball even easier for him. Yep. Hobson back to throw, rolling, hits a man, complete at the 44, and out of bounds about the 41 or 42-yard line.
To number 1.
We're going to place it at the 42 for a pickup of 7, and that went to Robbie Jacobs.
Yeah, he ran 5 yards down, turned around, and he was wide open because the cornerback is playing off.
That's his first catch of the night. 2nd down and 3 yards to go for the Admirals. Heatherly in motion again. Handoff right side, Noble. Got a big hole across the 35 down to the 31-yard line. And they're running off tackle. They're seeing something there, Michael.
Well, and Heatherly, as he comes in motion, he gets the kick block. He gets the main block against the linebacker coming up, and that just opens things up.
Noble's got the read inside or outside, but on that play, it's been inside.
Yeah.
And he's been getting 10 yards or more at a crack.
Let's see. Heatherly is what? He's 6'2", 205, just a sophomore, and he's out there throwing some massive blocks.
Admirals down to the 31-yard line of the Indians. Tribe defense needs to step up. 1:06 left in the first quarter. Still no score. Admirals looking to strike first. Noble up the middle again and broke 1 tackle across the 30 down to about the 28-yard line. A pickup of 3.
Yeah, Franklin had him by the ankles, slowed him up a little bit, but he was still able to get positive yardage out of that.
Peyton Franklin doesn't miss too many tackles.
No. He'll make up for it.
2nd and 7 after the pickup of 3. We are down to 36 seconds left in the first quarter. See, they've got to take one more play. We've got 17 on the play clock. This might be the last play of the first quarter.
And this quarter's gone by fast.
2 wides on each side. Hobson, quick throw to the outside, complete, going out of bounds, so we will have another play.
Pass complete to Jacob.
Clock is still running, finally stops at 17.4, but another first down, I think, at the 21-yard line.
First down,
Pickup of 7, and I did not see who made the catch. Did you catch it?
I want to say it was
Farragut?
Farragut.
That's what I was thinking. First and 10, Admirals just outside of the red zone at the Dobyns-Bennett 21-yard line. And they restarted the clock, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. No score, but the Admirals driving here at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. Indian football brought to you by Chance Scott Key of Kingsport. We'll return right after this. Back at J. Fred Johnson Stadium, Don Hellman along with Mike Delaney. No score after one quarter, but as we switch ends of the field, the Admirals of Farragut will be moving left to right, and they've got the football first and 10 at the Dobyns-Bennett 21-yard line, and it's been pretty much, despite no score, it's been Admiral football because the Indians with just 2 possessions, still without a first down. The second possession threw an interception on the second play.
Yeah, first possession, 3 and out. Second possession, you get a 9-yard run by Begley. You take a shot. You second and short. You take a shot and you throw an interception. So yeah, the Indians not protecting the pigskin this evening.
One wide to each side. Charlie Noble, 50 yards and 7 carries, really chewing up the yardage against the Indian defense tonight.
Yeah, he's running extremely hard tonight.
Hobson hands it off to Noble. Nope, he's going to keep it. Comes near side.
It's a hold.
Across the 20, 15, and down to the 11-yard line.
Quarterback Hobson on the keep.
And that's going to be a pickup of 10 yards and another first down.
Sure is.
So they're in the red zone, first and 10 at the Dobyns-Bennett 11. They can still get a first down. They'll stay with 1 wide to each side. Ball on the near hash mark. Heatherly, the H-back, on the near side. That's the right side of the line. Hobson hands it off to Noble.
There you go.
Hit and drop back at the 14-yard line.
Who was that masked man? 35. Devin Murdoch from the middle linebacker position coming in and making that tackle.
Loss of 3, second and 13. Admirals will line up 2 wide to the far side. That's Collins and Farragut. Jacobs to the near side.
Man coverage by the Indians.
Hobson rolling left, looking, throwing into the end zone, out of bounds.
And he didn't catch it anyway.
He's trying to hit Farragut from the slot. So that's incomplete.
I can hear Gabe Marshall all the way up here hollering for the trainer. Looked like Farragut hit that fence that surrounds the field down there, and he looks to be injured.
So we're going to have a timeout for an injury. As they will tend to Farragut. Let's go ahead and take a 60-second break. No score. Indian football brought to you by Chance Scott Key of Kingsport. We'll return right after this. J. Fred Johnson Stadium as the training staff, I think from both teams, because Kevin Trivet is over there, but just in case he's needed. Training staff, and I think it's Farragut that was over there. That was the intended receiver. As Hobson rolled left and threw kind of a fade route to the corner of the end zone there. The pass was overthrown and tried to come down with it, but went out of bounds, didn't hold on to the football. But apparently his momentum carried him all the way over into that fence that's on the outside of the field. And Farragut fans are applauding, so Farragut must be up. Yeah, I can see his helmet. So he's up. That's good to see.
Yeah, and Marshall was trailing them on the play, and they kind of both rode each other into the fence over there. And as soon as Marshall got up, he started hollering for the trainer, which I think is great sportsmanship on his part.
Absolutely. They're still looking at him over there, though. I'm surprised that they are holding the game up. It is off the field of play. He is up. And now he's moving toward the sideline, but I'm surprised with it being in that area. Of course, I guess if they threw the ball in that area again, there'd be a chance that somebody could run into him. But now we'll get ready to resume play as Farragut is going back to the sideline. We'll see how quickly he comes back. He will have to, because play was stopped for his injury, he will have to sit out at least one play, so we'll see if he is backing quickly and it turns out to be nothing too serious, or if he is out for a little bit.
Yeah, he's lost over there in the season of humanity.
Third down and 13 from the Dobyns-Bennett 14 for the Admirals. 2 wides to each side. No running back. Heatherly is the H-back on the left side. See what the Indians bring. They're going to bring just 3. Pressure from the outside. Hobson steps up.
Fumble!
Lost the football, but I think the Admirals got it back. Indians are saying they've got it, so let's see. Ball's at the 15.
Yes, sir.
Dobyns-Bennett football.
Yes, sir. I believe that was Mr. Peyton Franklin knocking that ball loose. The Indians recover. The Indians defense steps up again and saves and bails the offense out once again. Now let's see if the offense can do something as they've been able to get the ball back.
So that was a loss technically of a yard and the fumble. The Indians take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line with 10:25 remaining in the first half with no score. For those listening on the radio, Bill Meade will have a Food City halftime scoreboard.
No, he's not going to do it. Asher sent some message.
Okay, we will not have that then.
Tegan Begley on the carry.
Oh, yeah, I do have a message.
Tackled by number 9, Henry D.
Yeah, Asher sent us a message. He is backing up our Bucks.
Well, I didn't get it. He must have just sent it to you. Begley with 3 yards on the pickup out to the 18-yard line. Begley coming around here. It's got a gap. Got a big running room across the 40, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, and one man had an angle. It was Collins, and he was the only man that could catch it. He does, but a huge pickup, and there's a late flag. Begley's going to get called for unsportsmanlike conduct.
How's it? What did he do?
I don't know.
I know he shook Collins' hand and told him good job, but that was the only thing I saw him do. That is, oh my goodness. Indians first Kingsport Fitness first down of the night is going to be marred by a penalty.
For 58 yards.
No, sideline warning.
Oh, okay.
Sideline warning, okay.
Well, the way Begley was acting, I thought it was going to be against him.
So did he.
Sideline warning.
Did he.
Offense. Result of the play is first down.
58 yards on the carry. That all of a sudden gets him from 21 yards up to 79 yards at 5 carries. The Indians first and 10, first down of the game. One wide to each side, but they're in tight. Sykes rolling right. Here comes pressure. Needs to get rid of it. Throws it.
Oh!
And
no! Oh,
incomplete.
Oh, that ball bounced up off of Murray's hands, and the defensive back was right there. He just missed it. Number 19 for the Admirals just missed it. Missed an interception right there.
That was too close.
Yeah,
Austin Sykes not having a good night putting the ball in the air.
Yeah.
0 for 2, a sack, and an interception.
Yeah, Harrison Smith was the guy that almost got the interception right there.
2nd and 10 from the Admiral 24 for the Tribe. 9:24 remaining in the first half. No score between the two teams. Thomas in motion left to right, and there's a flag, and there's a pre-snap penalty against the Indians.
False start, number 52 on the offense.
Well, when you're not
second down,
throwing the football well, I mean, you don't need penalties anyway, pre-snap or holding penalties, and that's the two that the Indians usually get. But when you're not throwing it, it makes it even harder. So now it's 2nd and 15. Murray will go far side. Pruitt and Thomas to the near side. Ball in the near hash. I bet they'll send Thomas in motion. Now they've got him stacked on the near side. Maybe he won't.
They usually don't motion out of this formation.
Franklin, H-back near side. Bagley will get it. Goes up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Inside the 20, down to about the 17-yard line. Pickup of 12, and the Indians are in the Steve Huff Plumbing and Heating and Air red zone.
And he got lambasted that time by number 8 for the Admirals.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Tribe now at the 16-yard line. After a nice run by Tegan Bagley, and that was all Tegan Bagley.
Yeah, it was.
Because he broke 2 tackles, juked a couple of guys before getting hammered.
Yeah. This is 4-down territory for the Indians.
I would think. 2 wides near side, nobody far side. Franklin on the far side is the H-back. Bagley will get it coming near side, trying to get outside, does not, and he's dropped for a loss back at the 18-yard line.
They're calling it they're saying he fumbled the ball. He was already on the ground, and they're saying it's a fumble.
Well,
wow.
Indians squandering an outstanding chance to score and lose the football, so the two teams exchange turnovers, and the Admirals will take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line with 8:33 remaining in a scoreless first half.
Man, what looked like a promising drive scoring opportunity for the Indians is left right there at the 18-yard line.
You got to wrap up the football.
Protect it like it's your baby.
Yeah. There was that play did not look good because he was coming near side. They were running to the short side of the field, and there were 2 Admiral linebackers right there just waiting for him, and only 1 blocker, and he was occupied with a 3rd defender. Hobson back to throw. Here comes pressure. Gets away from 1 man, throws incomplete. Had a man over the middle. That was
intended for Max
Zane Smith.
Incomplete.
Yeah, good pressure up front by the Indians. Was able to.
I think that's Kurishi is how it's pronounced. Zane Kurishi Smith. We're just going to call him Smith. But he was wide open, but under pressure as Hobson had eluded 1 defender and then was trying to get rid of it, overthrew him. Collins was in the middle of the field, but deeper, and it fell between the 2 of them. Noble going out of the backfield. They throw to him just as they did the last time he did that. And he breaks the tackle and goes down. He's going to be at the 25-yard line for a pickup of 7. It's going to be 3rd and 3.
On the stop, 35, Devin Murdoch.
Good pursuit and tackling that time by the Indians.
Well, they had 2 wide receivers. There were 2 defenders, and the wide receivers with good blocking. And they did a nice job designing that play. And it's 3rd and 3. And the Indians playing very soft on the slot man on this near side.
Yeah, it's man coverage again out here on the outside.
Well, they're going to back off, which is interesting on 3rd and short, that they're going to play him that softly. They're going to shift into a pistol set, 2 wides near side, 1 to the far side. They're going to hand it off to Noble. Breaks a tackle, breaks another, and he gets a 1st down.
Yeah.
If the Indians wrap up and tackle him,
on the carry.
It's a loss of yardage. Instead, he's able to pick up yardage out
on the tackle. 56.
Did he get to the 29?
Yeah, got a first
I was trying to find the yard. I knew he had the 1st down. I just didn't know if it was a 28 or 29. It was the 29, a pickup of 4, and that was all Charlie Noble. Should have been dropped for a loss of a yard.
Yeah, Tyree Thomas missed it, overran him, tried to grab him, but was not able to, and he just ran through that arm tackle.
1st and 10 at their own 29, 7:07 left, first half, no score. 2 wides near side, 1 to the far side. Noble's, nope, gonna fake it. Hobson rolling near side, throwing long.
Wide open.
Got a man wide open. Caught at the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Dobyns-Bennett got beat deep.
Yeah.
Complete.
A blown coverage that time by the backfield, defensive backfield. I see guys looking at each other with their hands open going, what happened, what happened? Who was supposed to have that? But it doesn't matter. Whoever it was, the safety let a man get behind them, which is not supposed to happen. They did, and they got a touchdown, and the Admirals get points off of turnovers and make the Indians pay for dropping the ball on the 18-yard line.
And that was the one thing I was concerned about, because the Indians have had a tendency at times to get beat deep this season. And that it happened right there. The extra point is up, and it is good. They have not missed an extra point or a field goal, believe it or not, all season.
Wow.
6:46 remaining first quarter. Farragut scores first, 7-0. Indian football brought to you by Chanscott Kia of Kingsport. We'll continue right after this.
Back deep to return, number 5, Zabian Goodwin. And number 8, Rome Pruitt.
Back at J. Fred Johnson Stadium, Indians trail 7-0. Driving, looking like they're going to take the lead, first score of the game, but instead fumble the football. And 4 plays later, Farragut hits on a 71-yard touchdown strike to take a 7-0 lead. We'll give you the complete recap here after the kickoff. They have ball on the far hash and nobody outside the near hash on this alignment. That's interesting. There's the boot, high end over end kick. No, it's not. It's kind of squibbled, picked up at the 6, across the 20, coming near side, across the 25, cuts up near the 30 and brought down at the 30-yard line. That's where Dobyns-Bennett will take over. 1st and 10. For Farragut, it was a 4-play, 82-yard drive. The touchdown strike, 71 yards. Hobson to Jacobs. And Jacobs is the guy that beat the Indians deep the opening game of the season.
Yeah, he was the one that didn't know if he was going to play. He and Collins both didn't know if they were going to play, and they both showed up and showed out in the first game of the season.
Well, let's see if the Indian offense can kind of get. They had something going last time, but Tegan Bagley lost the football going down on what really looked like a busted 3rd down play on 3rd and a couple. 1 wide, far side, toss sweep, Bagley.
The block.
Out across the 36 to the 38-yard line for a pickup of 8.
Bagley's holding that ball a little bit too far away from his body for my liking as he's going through there.
One big play got the Indians deep in Farragut territory, that 58-yard run. But it's 2nd and 2. That's the first toss sweep we've seen. Just one man. Well, oh, they just jumped offside.
Thank you. First down.
That'll move the Indians out to the 43-yard line as the left end, unless that's a linebacker, perhaps.
Prior to the snap,
jumped.
Encroachment, number 8 on the defense. I was
going to say just 1
replay,
wide,
2nd down.
2 wide to the right side, but they were in very close. And
correction. Yardage is good enough for a first down.
Jalen Thomas is going to split out far to the right side. That's far side of the field, moving right to left. Ball in the near hash mark.
Indians able to pick up another Kingsport Fitness first down, their 2nd one of the first half.
Peyton Franklin moves left to right as an H-back. Sykes hands it off. Begley goes off right side, gets to the 45, and that's it. Just a pick.
Tegan Begley on the carry.
They were looking for that.
On the stop, 36, Stevens.
100 yards on 9 carries. 58-yarder, the big one.
That'll help.
But still no score for the Indians. 100 yards rushing in the first half, and the Indians have no points on the board.
Like to see another 58-yard run.
2 wides far side, 1 near side. Here comes Thomas in motion from right to left. Going to set up in the slot near side. Sykes back to throw. Throwing near side, complete to Rome Pruitt. And he's run out of bounds.
Sykes pass complete to number 8.
Right at the 47-yard line of Farragut, and there's a flag.
Tackled by number 12, Zane Koreshi.
Probably where it's thrown.
I didn't even see that. The Indians are backing up. Oh, illegal hands to the face.
Illegal hands to the face. Number 57 in the offense. Replay, second down.
10-yard penalty back to the 35-yard line. So instead of an 8-yard pass completion for a first down into Farragut territory, back them up 10 yards. Back to the 35 from the 45. And it's going to be 2nd and 18 for the Indians.
The Indians cannot stand prosperity tonight.
2 wides to each side. And they have yet to complete a pass. I mean, they did last one, but that doesn't count officially because of the penalty that wipes it off. And they're showing blitz on the outside. Indians picked it up, throw, quick side to Thomas. Dodges one defender, but can't get away from the second. They just pick up 1 year. They have seen that on film and have it very well defended.
Yes, sir.
First completion of the game, but it's for just a yard. And it's 3rd and 17 for the Indians from their own 36-yard line.
You can make one man miss, but it's hard to make 2 and 3 guys miss.
Well, and there was not enough blocking out there.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. When you've got just one blocker out there, it's hard to make 3 guys miss.
They're going to go empty backfield. Tegan Begley will line up as wide out to the far side with, it looks like Rome Pruitt, 3 wides to the near side.
Jennings down the seam, right over the middle.
Sykes back to throw. Here comes the blitz. Steps up, throws downfield. Got a man. Murray across the 45, down to the 41-yard line, and a first down for the Indians.
Another key sport fitness first down. Ronnie Murray's baby boy.
Tackled by Landon.
Catching that ball and getting some yards after the catch.
Indian first down.
23-yard pickup for the Indians. Best pass play of the evening for the Tribe. Down to the Farragut 41. They're showing blitz from the outside. They're bringing that outside linebacker from the top side in. He's moving the defensive end in. He's going to line up right there so they can rush at least 4.
But that puts a linebacker on Thomas, and that's a mismatch if you're the Indians.
Sykes will keep it, and not much doing as he gets across the 40 to the 39.
Sykes on the quarterback keep.
And a pickup of just 2.
Tackled by number 20, Connor Parra.
His first carry of the night was sacked for 5 yards earlier. 2nd and 8 for the Indians. 2:58 and counting left in the first half. The Indians could get points here, and then they get the football to start the second half. Try to win the middle 8. We always talk about that. I've stolen that from Trey Lamb, the head coach of ETSU, but I like that.
Yeah.
If the Indians could do that here, win the middle 8, get points here and get points to start the second half, we'd be in a lot better shape than we are now, down 7-0. Stacked receivers near side, 2 of them. Throwing to Thomas, and nobody there to block. Nobody there to block.
That's a late hit.
It should have been.
That's a late hit.
Thomas is on the ground, and a defender comes in and lays the shoulder pad to him. Where was the whistle?
I don't know. We're taking the timeout. I think Farragut's taking the timeout.
Yeah, they want to get the football back with time left to try to put points on the board. And that is a loss of 4 yards on a pass play.
Yeah, that was a definite late hit there on Thomas. And little
It was number 99, Owen Petoskey, came in. He was wrapped up. There was 3 guys had him. He looked like he was down on the ground. I don't know why the whistle didn't blow, but Petoskey just comes in, throws a shoulder into him when he's defenseless.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I think I understand the play calling, trying to widen the field out to get them looking that way and maybe do a pump fake and look at something going down the middle of the field. But that is throwing that ball out there to a one-on-one with nobody out there to block.
Here's what you got to do, though, on that play. They're just ignoring Rome Pruitt going up the field.
Oh, yeah.
And Thomas is sitting back. So they're just ignoring him. What you need to do is pump fake to Thomas and throw over the top to Pruitt.
Yeah, exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth.
We've been working together too long. Nah, never too long.
No.
Pruitt and Thomas to the far side. Murray to the near side. 3rd and 12 from the 43. That is the 43 of Farragut. Indians need another first down here.
Badly. Watch out.
Handoff stepping up, throwing.
Got him.
Got Murray.
Got him.
Complete 10-5. Touchdown, Dobyns-Bennett.
He fumbled the ball out. No.
He was in.
Okay.
He was in. He was already in the end zone.
Okay. The referee was walking over there. It looked like he was going to say it was a fumble. And the ball rolled out the back of the end zone and going to give the ball back to Farragut. But nevertheless, it's a first down and a touchdown by the Dobyns-Bennett Indians. Dylan Murray catching a nice, beautiful pass from Austin Sykes, and the Indians get on the board here late in the second quarter.
43-yard strike from Sykes to Murray with 2:08 left in the first half.
McLean to kick.
Cooper McLean on for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 2:08 remaining in the first half. Dobyns-Bennett 7, Farragut 7. Indian football brought to you by Chance Guy Key of Kingsport continues after this. Seven our score. Dobyns-Bennett with a 7-play, 70-yard drive. 43-yard strike from Austin Sykes to Dylan Murray. And the Indians extra point by Cooper McLean good, tying it up at 7 with 2:08 remaining in the first half. Now if you're the Indians, can't give up a big return on special teams, and you can't let them get you anything deep over your head here to end the half.
No, you got to wrap up, you got to tackle, you got to make smart plays on defense.
You want to go into the locker room tied at 7. There's the long kick, taken at the 6. Coming near side, cuts up the field, out to the 25, the 26, the 27, and that's where Farragut will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line with 1:59 remaining in the first half. Now, if you're the Indian defense, you got to know who's got who now, so nobody gets behind you again.
Yeah.
And with the exception of that first possession after Farragut got into Indians territory, Tribe has not been able to really get pressure on Hobson. They had those back-to-back sacks for 13 yards each.
Yeah, they changed up their pass protection and said, hey, whoever Tyree Thomas is, 2 people go hit him.
2 wides to the near side, 1 to the far side, ball on the near hash, moving left to right. Handoff. Noble up the middle. He's got 3 out to the 30-yard line.
Good tackle by the interior lineman that time.
On the tackle, 44,
56.
Parker DeFord.
Parker DeFord in there on the tackle also, but 56, Depew, Eli was in there also.
2nd and 7. 2 wides again near side, 1 to the far side. Back to throw, Hobson. Here comes the pressure. Throws to Noble in the flat. He is caught and dropped.
Pass complete.
And that's
to
going to be no
Noble.
gain, and the Indians doing a good job covering him that time.
On
It
the
was not the
top
same
zero,
play where
Gabe
he goes out
Marshall.
wide, where there's two blockers and
Timeout.
able to get up the
Defense.
sideline. That was just a quick swing out of the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
And Farragut's going to call. Farragut call timeout?
I believe so.
And with 1:24 remaining in the first half, completed pass, but for no yards.
Yeah, Gabe Marshall was able to get out there from his linebacker spot, was able to read that and get out there and get that tackle. Of course, you had Thomas and Steele coming in from opposite sides, trying to put a little pressure on the quarterback that time as well.
He has proved to be very elusive tonight, because when the first man got him, he was back around the 27-yard line, the original line of scrimmage, was still able to get back out to the 30-yard line. He's been tough to bring down tonight.
Yeah, Noble is he's showing me something. He's showing me something different that he didn't show me in the first.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He was not like that in the first game, and Noble is he's a junior, so we're going to probably get stuck seeing him if we play him again on our if they renew that contract with them. We'll get stuck seeing him again, and Hobson.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
And Farhat.
I'd rather not. Really, rather not. I wish him nothing but the best.
Two wides to each side on 3rd and 7. Actually, ball just across the 30-yard line. Hobson straight drop, stepping up, throwing. He's got a man along the far sideline. It's Collins, and he catches it.
Oh my goodness gracious alive! Oh my goodness gracious alive! 11 against 11 is not a fair match. Not a fair match.
So they get it with 1:18 left in the first half at the Dobyns-Bennett 39-yard line. 31 yards on that pass completion. Hobson steps up, throws underneath, complete. He's got Jacobs inside the 20 and then falls backwards. Call it the 20-yard line for another 19.
Man, their passing game is just lighting the Indians up.
Jackson sends the ball.
Yeah, that's been their bread and butter all season. 2 wides to each side, 50 seconds and counting. And they're in field goal range right now.
Farragut's known for having good kickers because they got a bunch of good soccer players out that way.
Hobson back to throw, throwing again. And that is overthrown, trying to go to Collins along the far sideline. And it's incomplete. 36.4 seconds remaining in the first half. And Hobson has aired it out 16 times tonight. Hit on 10 of them. 1 for a touchdown.
Dobyns-Bennett takes
timeout.
Defense. Make sure they've got coverage set here on 2nd and 10. With 36.4 seconds remaining. Indians with 1 timeout remaining. Farragut still with 2.
I missed the timeout by the Indians earlier today.
Well, one of those timeouts that we thought Farragut took, Dobyns-Bennett must have taken.
Okay.
I'm guessing. So, 2nd and 10. Technically, I guess if you're at the 20, you're in the red zone, correct?
Pretty much, yeah.
Nose of the football at the 20.
Yeah, and they've got an open playbook. I think almost every play in their playbook is open right now, so they can do different things. The first pass they threw, actually overthrew, but good thing he overthrew it because he was throwing it into double coverage right there. But if I got Collins, I'll throw it into double coverage.
Sure. Well, and the thing is, he threw it high.
Yeah.
And Coach Christian talked about that. I think it was either last night at Center Street Grill and Smokehouse during the coach's show or in the pregame, I forget which, but he talked about the matchup with his height compared to the corners of Dobyns-Bennett.
Yeah.
When you throw a jump ball, he's got a clear advantage.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
2nd and 10, 2 wides to each side. They're in tight, all 4 in tight. Hobson back to throw. Indians rushing just 4, throwing outside to Noble, goes out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Pick up a 4, it'll be 3rd and 6.
Nice little swing pass that time. Pick up enough yards, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Noble, 4 catches, 28 yards, 28.4 seconds left. 2 wides far side, 2 in near side again. Jacobs is on the near side, Collins to the far side. Moses Burnett is the slot receiver on the far side. Smith to the near side. Hobson back to throw. Indians not able to put him. Well, there is pressure late.
Who got that ball?
And I think they hit his arm in the process, and it falls incomplete. So they send the kicking unit on. There are 6 for 6 on field goal attempts this year, Michael.
That's pretty good. For high school, that operation is absolutely excellent.
Looks like it's going to be a 33-yard field goal attempt from the left hash mark with 23.9 seconds remaining.
See if Indians can get some pressure. Just don't hit the kicker. Don't hit the kicker. Hit the ball.
They've not blocked a kick all season. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good.
Yeah.
18 and a half seconds remaining. 33-yard field goal for Farragut puts the Admirals back out on top by a score of 10-7. And let's see. It's an 8-play drive. $57 yards. 8 plays, 57 yards, 33-yard field goal. 10-7, the score. Farragut on top. The Indians will get the kickoff, but probably, I'm not guessing they're going to kick this thing deep. They're probably going to squib it. And the Indians will probably go into the locker room unless something crazy happens here, trailing by a score of 10-7.
Deep for the Indians.
Football's first to start the second half.
Number 8,
Goodwin and Pruitt back there to receive the kickoff. Looks like you got the Haynes team up front there with Franklin and Emmett Starnes, Corday, Gabe Marshall, and Jennings up front.
A cue to kick off for the Admirals.
See what happens here.
There's the boot, and it is a high end over end kick, and this one's going in the end zone.
That helps the Indians out.
Dobyns-Bennett will get it first and 10 at their own 20, but just 18 and a half seconds remaining. I would say that we're going to see Tegan Bagley get a handoff, and he'll get what he gets.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll be it. I was a little surprised the other kickoff that Farragut booted, that it came down short, because their kicker, about 80% or more of his kicks go into the end zone.
Oh, yeah. He's got a leg.
Yep.
And he is, if that's McHugh, he is a junior.
2 wides far side, 1 to the near side. Bagley off the right shoulder of Sykes.
They're playing
prevent. Bagley will get it, and
Bagley
against
on
the
the
3-man
carry.
rush, and only got 5 yards out to the 25-yard line. I don't even think they rushed. I think they just held back, and the Indians are not even going to run another play.
No.
That's going to be the end of the first half. The score: Farragut 10, Dobyns-Bennett 7.
That's the
Indian
end of the
football
first
brought to you
half.
by Chance Got Key of Kingsport. Will return right after this.
Tonight, the Dobyns-Bennett Band will perform their 2024 competition show entitled Menagerie. Musical selections include original music by Will Pitt and Andrew Markworth, The Fourth Kind by Alt Lee Overson, The Inferno from the Divine Comedy by Robert W. Smith, and The World of Imagination by Gabriel Sabin. Instrumental soloists include Lily Beth Crawford, Carrington Slagle, Will Lively, Liam Clue, Chris Egan, Luke Nash, and E.A. Williamson. Dobyns-Bennett is proud to present in halftime performance drum majors Cainan Cox, Claire Lee, Mia McVeigh, and Cam Sewell as the Dobyns-Bennett High School Competition Marching Band. The Dobyns-Bennett Band was the Chattanooga Bands of America Class AAA champion and grand champion. It was also the Johnson City Regional Class 3A champion. The Dobyns-Bennett Band is a 3-time Band of America Grand Nationals Class AAA National champion and will travel to Indianapolis again to compete in Grand Nationals next week. Let's wish the DB Band best of luck at Grand Nationals.
Back at J. Fred Johnson Stadium, halftime, Dobyns-Bennett trailing Farragut 10-7. We are awaiting the bulk of both teams to return out onto the field. Of course, if they come out late enough, they'll get an extra 3 minutes for warm-up. So I'm sure the coaching staffs from both teams, Michael, taking as much time as they can here at halftime as they're allowed to try to work some things out and scheme up what they're going to do in the second half.
Yeah, and you know, it's all about adjustments. Which team makes the best adjustments here in the second half is a team that's going to walk away with a victory and continue to play. Unfortunately for Farragut, they'll have to be back on the road again if they win. If Dobyns-Bennett, as we said, if they win, they get to stay here in the friendly confines of J. Fred Johnson. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Farragut just has to drive down the street to Bearden.
Yep.
If they win.
And Bearden and Farragut are like Dobyns-Bennett and Science Hill.
Yeah. I'm well aware of the rivalry. I've got some people that I know down that way that, you say Beard and Farragut, but yeah, it's interesting. Dobyns-Bennett finally coming back out on the field. Dobyns-Bennett's defensive line is going to have to get more penetration to the quarterback and wrap up a little bit better. Defensive backs are going to have to play better, not let anybody else get behind them, and get a little bit tougher in their coverages.
Here's the thing. Dobyns-Bennett's defense is bent but not broke.
Yeah.
Most of the game, the opening drive of the football game, Farragut was able to drive down. Indians got their 2 sacks of the game on that possession. Both of them 13 yards, forced them into a punt. Then when they moved up ball down the field at the end of the first half, defense stiffened, forced them into a field goal, which is good. It was the 71-yard pass over the top where there was a complete breakdown of coverage. 2 guys looking at each other like, I thought you had him.
Yeah.
And it was Jacobs going 63 yards for a touchdown. The Indians got a big pass play, a 43-yarder for a touchdown to Murray. And in the last 2 possessions, Dobyns-Bennett's offense finally looked like they had something going. Obviously, the one ended with a fumble after they'd gotten close to the red zone. The second one, they did score. So it's going to be interesting to see, is the Indians' offense going to be able to continue carrying that momentum over into the second half? And we'll find out very quickly because they get the football first to start the second half. Are they going to be able to carry that momentum over? And I think they're going to need to, because if the Indians fall behind, let's say 17-7, I think it's going to, the way this game is going, anything can change. But if they fall behind 17-7, I think it's going to be very, very difficult for them to make up 2 scores in the second half. What will be left of the second half to win this game?
Yeah, and both teams play a ball control offense, but Dobyns-Bennett only had 2 possessions in the first quarter, correct? If I'm not mistaken,
that might be right.
2 possessions in the first quarter, where Farragut had 3-4 possessions there in the first quarter. But as you said, Dobyns-Bennett getting.
I don't think they had that many more. I think
3.
it was just that they were longer, and they had possession of the football much longer.
They were able to move the football.
Right.
And Dobyns-Bennett was 3 and out on the first.
It wasn't until the second quarter when the Indians got their first down.
It's 3 and out on the first drive, and then
the interception.
The interception on the second drive. So yeah, we're going to see what adjustments Coach Stacker and Coach McMillan come up with, the offensive coordinators come up with for the Indians here in the second half. Haven't seen anything out of the screen game with Peyton Franklin. Hadn't seen Corday Moore at all in the first half run the football, and that may be a good change of pace. It's something the Indians may want to look at, because I see Corday out there. He looks fine, so we'll see what happens in the second half.
Let's take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get ready for second half action. Indian football brought to you by Chance Guy Key of Kingsport continues right after this. Back at J. Fred Johnson Stadium, getting ready for second half action as the team's coming back out, lining up for the second half kickoff. And we're not sure if it is Farragut, but there's a young man without a uniform on with his arm in a sling. If it is Farragut, we will not see him the rest of the night. After the injury up against the fence in the first half, we have not seen him back out on the field. I get a sneaky suspicion that might have been him.
Yeah. To begin the second half,
for that young man. Good athlete, good player. And we just, if that is him or whoever it is, no matter who it is, we wish him a speedy recovery.
Indians will be moving left to right here in the third quarter and receive the opening kickoff. Farragut will be kicking off from the near hash mark. And again, they line up that the guys above the football, they've only got 4 to the bottom side, 6 to the top side, and they just barely go beyond the far hash mark. It's an interesting alignment.
It really is.
Let's see if they boot this one into the end zone again, or if they make it returnable. It is going to be into the end zone. I thought at first, the way it was sailing, I thought it might come down short and be taken at about the 1, but it was not. So the Indians will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So, ball will be on the far hash to start the second half for the Indians, trailing 10-7. Winner faces Bearden High School. If it's the Indians, it'll be here at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. If it's Farragut, it'll be at Knox Bearden. Loser calls it a season.
Loser leave town.
3 wides to the near side. Hand off Bagley off the right side, spins away from one man, puts the head down, dives over another,
Bagley on
across
the carry.
25 to the 26-yard line for a 6-yard pickup.
Smith. Nice pickup on first down, good blocking up front. Still like to see Teagan put that ball a little bit closer to his body.
2 wides far side, 1 near side. Ball near the far hash mark. Here comes Thomas in motion left to right. Bagley gets it again, straight up the middle, across the 30. He's got a
Bagley up the middle.
First down.
First down of the second half.
Tackle made by number 20, Connor
To the
Parra.
32-yard line, pickup of 6 again.
That carry good for an Indian.
Every time you carry the ball, you can get down. You can matriculate the ball down the field.
Yes, you can. Go with 2 wides to the far side, 1 to the near side again. That is Murray down closest to us, all by himself. Pruitt, Thomas to the top side. Let's see if Thomas comes in motion again. Here he comes. And it's going to be Sykes this time across the 35,
nice
40,
run.
45, 50, cuts outside, 45, 40, and driven out of bounds.
Sykes on the
nice run that time by Austin Sykes. A little change up. Fake the handoff up the middle to Begley, and Sykes takes it out the back door, and he gets another Kingsport Fitness and Tanning first down. Nice run by Sykes, his first carry of the night.
28 yards on the carry. Now that's actually his second. He had a 2-yard carry earlier.
My bad.
Empty backfield. Looks right. Pump fakes. He's going to keep it. Spins across back to the 40, and that's going to be it. That was a busted play. That was supposed to be a quick throw to the near side, but wisely held on to it.
Yeah.
And there was a man coming in from the far side untouched. Otherwise, he'd have had some running room. But no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 from the Farragut 40-yard line.
Smart play that time by the senior quarterback, not throwing that ball in, because it was a cluster over here. Had nobody to throw the ball to.
Well, and that was 3 wide receivers to the near side, and that was the short side of the field as well.
Yeah.
We got 1 near side, 2 far side. Again, Franklin on the far side. Thomas in motion left to right. Bagley up the middle, comes outside across the 35, 30. And down, dives towards the 25. Let's see if they get to the 25 or it's the 26.
Stopped by number 11, Landon Collins.
15-yard pickup for Teagan Bagley.
Another
Bagley's carry good for
first
an
down.
Indian first down.
Two wides far side, 1 on the near side. Ball at the 25-yard line of the Admirals. They're showing blitz. Indians with the hard count, the outside linebacker and the inside linebacker to the far side, both taking a step forward like they were playing the run. They're going to start sneaking up.
Now it's time for a pass.
And there it is. Throwing. Complete.
Yes, yes.
Touchdown, Dobyns-Bennett.
Yes.
Cainan Franklin.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Peyton Franklin right up the middle. A little fake handoff, little play action pass. That time you put it in Begley's gut, pull it out. Begley streaks down the seam, and Franklin streaks down the seam, and you've got an easy touch pass for another 6 points for the Indians.
Well, that's what you want to do on your opening possession of the second half. The Indians have their first lead of the football game. Lining up the extra point, snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:15 remaining third quarter. Dobyns-Bennett 14, Farragut 10. Indian football brought to you by Chance Scott Kia of Kingsport. Continues right after this. (14-10) Dobyns-Bennett. Well, that's the way you want to start off the second half, isn't it, Michael?
Oh, no doubt about it. You got the same amount of first downs in the third on the first drive as you did in the whole first half.
Kickoff taken at the 3, across the 10, the 15, going to the far side of the field, across the 20 and out to about the 23-yard line. That's where the Admirals will take over, 1st and 10. It was a 6-play, 80-yard drive. That's impressive. 6 plays, 80 yards. Used up just under 3 minutes. 25-yard pass, Sykes to Franklin for the touchdown, extra point good. Indians with their first lead of the game, 14-10. And it'll actually be the 24-yard line where they'll place it for the Admirals. And they will come out with 3 wides to the near side, nobody to the far side, and it looks like a pistol set.
It's man coverage out here, so we're wondering if they'll do a fake handoff and go.
Nope, Noble's going to get it, goes up the middle, gets about, well, looks like 2. I thought he got out to the 27, but they're going to mark it at the 26 for a 2-yard pickup.
Tackle made by 52, Baker Correll.
2nd and 8 for Farragut. Just past the 9-minute mark of the third quarter. Indians open the second half. First possession of the second half with a touchdown. 2 wides to each side for the Admirals. Hobson looks to the sideline, checks the play. Straight drop, about 4 steps, steps up, throws over the middle, complete, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Jacobs. He looked like he had it, but then an Indian came up like he was going to make the tackle, hit him, the ball came popping out.
Yeah, that's a good way for your wide receiver to not like you on the bus ride home.
You know, that was very similar to the play that they opened up the football game with, where he stepped up like that, could have run it, but threw it, had a man open up right up the seam in the middle on a little bit of a slant. Now it's 3rd and 8 at the 26. Let's see if the Indian defense can hold tough here and force a punt.
Yeah, 35, Devin Murdoch, if he would have caught that ball, probably would have hurt him.
Heatherly in motion from left to right, 2 to each side now. Straight drop, about 5 steps. Here comes pressure.
Got him.
Hobson's down at the 10-yard line.
Josiah Steele with the sack. He tried to get out and go to his right, and
Hobson's hurt.
He ran into Tyree Thomas to his right, turned back to his left, and Josiah said, "Come here, young man."
He lost his helmet, but he's up and walking off.
Yeah.
Actually, they're going to place it at the 12, but that's a 14-yard pickup.
Man.
And boy, what a timely sack for the Indians.
Those defensive ends.
The first one since the first series of the football game.
Those defensive ends from the Indians have made Hobson's life miserable when they've had a chance.
Well, Indians should get good field position here. Bagley, the lone deep man, he's going to be at about midfield. And the punter for Farragut in his own end zone. Boots it away. And Bagley calls for a fair catch and makes it at the 48-yard line of the Admirals. And there's a little scuffle going on, and here comes a flag, and that might back the Indians up.
Offsetting penalties.
You think so?
Offsetting. It's 2 flags, so I'm going to call it offsetting.
Yeah, we'll see.
At least it better be.
Well, we had offsetting penalties before. This looked like it was a little bit more physical than the last. The last one was just kind of a you push me, I push you.
After the play,
call.
Personal foul, number 57 on the kicking team. After the play,
we're going to have
personal
offsetting
foul,
again.
number 5 on the receiving team.
I think the Indians got away.
Penalties will
got
offset.
lucky there because
First down.
the Farragut guy ended up on his rear end.
Yeah.
And if one guy ends up down and the other one doesn't, it usually goes against the team that didn't end up on the ground. But the Indians will take over 1st and 10 at the Farragut 48-yard line. And a chance up 14-10. And a chance to go up 2 scores now. We were concerned about the Indians falling behind 2 scores. They got a chance to go up 2 scores. 3 wides to the far side. Sykes fakes a handoff, cuts left side, and no place to go. He's going to lose a yard.
Yep. Peyton missed the block right there. Peyton Franklin missed the block right there.
That doesn't happen very often,
No.
but that was costly. Well, they're going to move that all the way back to the 50. Loss of 2 on the play.
Plus Farragut was kind of looking for that too.
2nd and 12 from midfield. Well, Farragut, after that last offensive possession, they need a big defensive series here. The Admirals do. Indians 2 wides far side, 1 to the near side. Here comes Thomas in motion. Bagley up the middle, across the 45, across the 40, and it's going to be 3rd and short for the Indians. Down to the 39-yard line, a pickup of 11 by Tegan Bagley.
Tegan carrying defenders with him as he runs that football. Got to be careful with the Indians going with the heavy package.
Eli Depew sneaking out there.
Number 90 also coming out there. And let me look at my number 90.
That is Luke Brandon.
Luke Brandon, yes, sir.
Tegan Bagley in the Wildcat. 3rd and a yard from the 39-yard line, straight up the middle. And he's got it.
Yeah, look.
And he's still going. Still going. And he broke out 25, 20, down inside the 20, inside the red zone. They did not blow it dead.
No, they did not.
And he kept going.
And that's another Kingsport Fitness first down.
And they are in the Steve Huff Plumbing, Heating, and Air red zone.
Man, oh man, alive.
All the way down. Where did they place that? They could have put it at the 19-yard line.
Yes, sir.
20 yards.
Legs churning, legs burning, rumbling, stumbling, bumbling, all the way down.
You know, there used to be a commercial that we ran on Friday nights during our post-game show that said that rumble and bubble. That's where you got it from, isn't it?
I think so. We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
We'll go with that. 1st and 10 Indians at the 19-yard line of Farragut. 2 wides far side. Thomas in motion. Sykes is going to keep it coming right. Inside the 15.
There you go.
Driving inside the 10.
There you go.
Down to the 8.
There you go. Roll, Tribe, roll. The running game is in full force right now.
Austin Sykes showing some muscle there running the football.
And that's another Kingsport Fitness first down. Actually, Don, that is a homage to our good friend Paul Overby.
Yeah. Oh, is it? All right. 1st and goal Indians at the 8-yard line. 5:15 and counting left in the 3rd. Indians have dominated the time of possession here in the 3rd quarter. This is their 2nd possession. Admirals have had just 1, and it was a 3 and out. Thomas in motion right to left this time. And it's going to be Bagley going off the left side. Did he lose the football? It's loose.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Nope, they're going to say it was blowing dead. An offensive lineman picked it up, back out, got inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line.
That's Peyton Franklin who picked it up.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but Tegan is, when he's going through, he's getting that ball outside of his off his hip.
And they're
coming in trying to get it.
Yeah.
They're coming in trying to get it.
2nd and goal from the 3 for the Indians. Let's see if they go heavy now. Nope, Sykes is still, no, is Sykes out there? Yes, he is out there.
Yes.
2 wides to the far side. Thomas in motion left to right. Bagley coming around the right side. He's got the corner, puts
Give
his
him
head down,
6.
dives in, touchdown.
Give him 6. No laundry on the field. Running to the right side. Begley finds a little hole, get blocking up front. He gets another touchdown for the Indians, and they get 2 scores here in the third quarter, and are up 20-10 just awaiting the extra point.
2 possessions, 2 scores here in the second quarter for the Indian.
Beautiful.
This one comes with 4:06 remaining in the third quarter. And lining up for the extra point.
The Indians are short a man.
We're short a man.
Short a man. Where are they at?
McLean. Well, they're going to have to hurry. Eli Depew hustling out there. I don't know if they're going to have time, Michael.
Yeah, Eli.
Play clock's down to 4. 3, 2, 1. Snap. Kick is up. Woo. Kick is good. Wow. 4:06 remaining in the third quarter. 20-10. Indians on top. Indian football. Brought to you by Chanscott Key of Kingsport. Will continue right after this.
Deep for the Admirals, 0, Mason Apelatigwe. Number 1, Robbie Jacobs. Kicking off for the Indians, 16, Cooper McLean.
Back at J. Fred Johnson Stadium, Indians dominating the third quarter so far. 2 possessions, 2 scores, lead at 20-10. Cooper McLean getting ready to kick off. There's the boot. It's a kind of a line drive kick, and it's going to go into the end zone, and Farragut will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. That scoring drive, after a punt from the end zone by Farragut, 6 plays, 48 yards. Tegan Bailey caps it off with a 3-yard run, and the Indians lead at 20-10. And Michael, the key here now is offensively, don't take your foot off the pedal, because you know this potent Farragut offense has still got some scores left in them.
Oh, look here. Look here. You better not relax against this Farragut offense, because they will pass the ball right down your throat and run it down your throat, and you'll be down 2 touchdowns before you know it.
2 wides far side, 1 to the near side, pistol set. Hobson usually out of the shotgun will drop 3 to 5 steps. Quick throw to the outside. They get a man loose 35, 40, 25, 30. And that pass was complete to Collins.
Pass complete to Zane Karishi-Smith.
Oh, Karishi-Smith. I thought I saw Collins get up there, but he got out to the 33-yard line, 13-yard pickup.
Sensabaugh came in, tried to make the tackle, overran it, kind of got blocked in the side and overran the tackle. He was able to get those yards.
Again, 2 men out there, only one defender.
Yeah.
And they have had numbers like that, and that they've been successful. Nope, they're going to fake it. Hobson throws it away, and boy, he was lucky because he was wrapped up, and he was lucky he had a man out there, and he just threw it. And that's a smart move.
Yeah.
Intentionally threw it out of bounds, but Indians had pressure. He was rolling right on a bootleg, and there was nobody in front of him but a maroon jersey.
I gave you one guess who was out there.
Might have been Tyree Thomas.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yep. 2nd and 10 from the 33. 3:32 left, third quarter. Indians up 20-10. Hobson, straight drop, 3 steps, looking, throwing, near side. He's going for Collins. Incomplete. Don't you throw that flag.
You better not throw a flag.
Because Collins is begging for it, but he ran into the defender. Defender's got a right to play the ball, and Collins ran into him. Who was that? Was that Sensabaugh coverage?
No, that was Zayden Hayes.
Oh, okay.
Give Zayden Hayes credit being behind the receiver, looking for the football, in good position. That is textbook way to play that.
He's got a right to play for the ball, too, and Collins ran into him. A big 3rd and 10 play, and we know they're capable of getting that in one play. That's the dangerous thing about this offense. They're going to have 3 wides near side. The Indians playing 2-man kind of press coverage, but one back. Hobson back to throw. Pressure. And down it goes again.
Oh, my goodness. They ran a stunt up front and gave Marshall, and we've got a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. That erases the entire thing right there. That erases it. I think it was Gabe Marshall that came around on the stunt.
And if they mark it 15 from there, that's going to make it 4th and 4, and they might just go for it.
Yeah.
You got to keep control
after the play.
Of your emotions.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 3 on the offense.
Oh, against Hobson.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Well, blow me over.
So the sack back to the 25-yard line. That's an 8-yard sack. He's been sacked for a total of 39 yards tonight, Michael, 4 times. And then unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, it's only their second penalty of the night.
And it's only, it'll be half the distance because it was from the 25, so take them back to the 12-yard line.
Tegan Beckley.
Yeah, that's only their second penalty of the night. Indians' 3rd sack of the night.
Bagley deep for the punt, and they're punting out of the end zone, the exact same spot as last time.
Yeah.
3:13 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
We talked about adjustments coming out at halftime, and so far in the 3rd quarter, the Indians have made the right adjustments.
Well, they look like a more fired-up football. Not that they weren't ready to play, but they are a fired-up football team, and they're in the second
that's
half.
short. That's short.
That is a bad punt.
Get out the way.
It's actually carrying pretty long. It takes an Indian bounce, and it's going to well, it started to go back into Farragut territory, but then took a bounce back. Those footballs take crazy bounces. It's going to roll dead at just about the Dobyns-Bennett 45-yard line, where they'll take over 1st and 10 with 2:51 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Farragut has had 2 possessions, Michael. Here in the second half, they've both been 3 and outs. The Indians have had 2 possessions. They've both been touchdowns.
I like that situation. They get the ball, go 3 and out. We get the ball, we score. I like that a lot.
Well, let's hang on to the football through the end of the 3rd and into the 4th and put another touchdown on the board. How would you like that?
I would like that a lot.
1 wide to each side. Indians at their own 45, still moving left to right here in the 3rd quarter. 2:51 remaining. And 14:51 remaining in the season for one of these 2 teams. Bagley up the middle, tries to kick outside. He should have just gone up the. That's the one thing about Tegan Bagley. Sometimes he's able to break loose, but more often than not, he should just put his head down, get what he can. Instead, he ends up with no gain. Could have got 2-3 yards on that play. Instead, ends up with no gain, and it's 2nd and 10. And fortunate that he got that spot. Yeah. I thought they might have spotted it a yard back further.
Yeah, well, it gave him his forward progress back to the line of scrimmage.
But you give that up when you circle back. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Bagley hit the backfield. They were run blitz, and that time it's going to be 3rd and long for the Indians.
Bagley on the
3rd and 13 back at the 42-yard line. And you got the feeling that maybe Farragut doesn't want to drop down 3 scores?
No, Patowski was the defensive lineman in there. The junior defensive end linebacker was in there before. As soon as Tegan got the ball, he was wrapped up.
1:45 and counting left here in the 3rd quarter. 2 wides, Thomas and Pruitt to the far side. And we've got Murray and I'm not sure who else. Is that Bagley? It is. To the near side. Empty backfield, but 4 wideouts. Sykes back to throw. Stepping up, throwing.
Got him.
He's got Bagley open.
Got him.
20, 15, 10, down at the 7-yard line.
Wow, how did Tegan Bagley get free?
He just went straight down and ran past the defender, and it's going to be 1st and goal as the Indians are in the Steve Huff Plumbing and Heating and Air red zone again.
And that's another Kingsport Fitness 1st down. How in the world you got four wide and he just went straight down the field? There was not a receiver, a defender within 10 yards of him.
50-yard pass completion for the Indians.
Kind of had to wait on that ball to get there, but that was a perfect pitch and catch. And Bagley was just on his way, and give the defender credit for catching up. Indians are doing, the offense has opened up here in the second half, and I'm enjoying this.
Toss sweep.
Uh-oh.
Bagley. Out of bounds at about
Bagley
the
on the
6,
carry.
maybe the 7. Nope, they are going to give him the 6
Pushed out of
for a
bounds
1-yard
by number
kick.
2,
Trying to run the
Harrison
toss sweep to the narrow
Gilpatrick.
side of the field, Michael.
I'm not a fan of that.
I was just going to say, I've never been a big fan of that either. Give him some room to run, but the ball's going to stay on that near hash mark. But Bagley likes to run to the near side, more to the right side more than he does the left side.
Yeah. And we've had that conversation with the offensive coaches as to why you do it to the short side of the field, and they gave us the explanation. I still don't necessarily like the explanation, but that's what they're calling. So
41.9 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 2nd and goal from the 6. 2 wides near side. That's the narrow side of the field. Sykes throws the ball, and it's incomplete.
Trying to get it to Peyton Franklin. He was being tracked down by Henry D., the senior linebacker, and Sykes and the Indians are running everything to the short side of the field.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
I know exactly where you was going with that.
Toss sweep to the near side, pass to the near side, and there's just no room to do anything.
There's no room. Go to the wide side of the field, I guess, but that's just me. What do I know?
Well, now you've got 3rd and 6. And I don't like the angle if they've got to kick a field goal from there, Michael.
Get that back toward the middle of the field.
2 wides to the far side, Pruitt and Thomas. And it's going to be Sykes coming up the middle. Touchdown!
Yes!
Came off right tackle. And the Indians, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns here in the third quarter.
Man, oh man alive, Sykes doing it with his legs, doing it with his arm. He's doing it any way he can do it and gets into the end zone for the Indians for their 3rd score of the third quarter. I like that. You get 3 scores every time in each quarter. I like that a lot. But the Indians get another score off. Go ahead. Yeah, Indians get another score, wait for the extra point, and we can go up 28-10.
Snap, hold, kick is up. Kick is good.
Yes.
24.6 seconds remaining in the third. Dobyns-Bennett 28, Farragut 10. Indian football brought to you by Chance Scott Key of Kingsport continues after this. McLean getting ready to kick off for the Indians after the 3rd touchdown of the third quarter. They have outscored Farragut 21-0 here in the third quarter. This one's a short kick. It's going to be taken at the 8. 10, 15. Breaks a tackle and brought down short of the 20. Good coverage by the Indians. It's going to be the 18-yard line where Farragut will take over. The Indian scoring drive, 6 plays, 55 yards, 6-yard run by Sykes. And it's 28-10, and all 3 scoring drives for the Indians is half. 6 plays. 6 plays 80 yards, 6 plays 48 yards, 6 plays 55 yards.
We'll take it. I don't care if it's 106 plays as long as they get in the end zone.
3 wides near side, 1 to the far side, pistol set for the Admirals. They'll send Heatherly in motion, hands off, going right side. Noble, that's the play they were so successful running in the first half. And I don't think Noble got anything that time.
No, he ran into a Mack truck called with the last name of Fugit on that play right there.
Tyree Thomas.
And Tyree Thomas.
Got 2 yards out to the 20.
And that's the end of the quarter, my friend.
That'll be the end of the quarter. After 3, Dobyns-Bennett 28. Farragut 10. Indian football brought to you by Chance Scott Key of Kingsport continues right after this break. Actually, it's going to be 2nd and 9. They placed that at the 19, not the 18. I misread that. So it's a yard pickup for Noble, and it's 2nd and 9 from their own 20, moving left to right now for the Admirals. Indians up 28-10 as we start the 4th quarter. Faked handoff, back to throw. Pressure. Hobson.
Kosiah steal. Tyree Thomas once again.
Coverage sack. He had no place to throw, and they came through and took him down at the 10-yard line. Another sack, 4th sack of the night. Minus 49 yards for Hobson.
And he's still down.
Noble has got 58 yards rushing.
Yeah.
The sacks have almost negated the rushing yardage for Charlie Noble.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, Hobson is down. He has taken a beating here in the second half.
Yeah, Kosiah and Tyree have basically been having a get together with Hobson in the backfield, and he didn't understand that he wasn't necessarily an invited guest, but they've just invited him to the party, and it's not worked out well for him.
They're actually going to place that at the 11. So it was a 9-yard sack. So it's actually only minus 48 yards.
Oh, sorry.
So they have a positive 10 yards rushing.
That's good for a drive. Yeah,
it's going to be, and it'll be 3rd down. Let's see. 3rd and 18 for the Admirals. 11:47 remaining. Indians, and Hobson is up, and he's going to have to come out for at least a play.
There's a hitch in his giddy up, and it doesn't look good at all. He doesn't feel well at all right now.
Noah Haig, I'm thinking, will be the quarterback.
16, I think, is out. I see him. 16, yeah.
They actually did some platooning with those two early in the season, and then switched to Hobson overall. And let's see, I think it will be Haig. Can I see?
You do see 16?
Yep,
yes, sir.
It is Haig, Noah Haig. He is a 5'10", 180-pound junior. 3rd and 18 from the 11-yard line.
Do you let him throw it, or do you just let him hand it off to Noble?
Just don't give up anything big here. And there comes a blitz, and he's down.
Kosiah introduces himself to Haig and says, "Hello, my friend."
Nobody touched him. Oh, my goodness. Back at the 3-yard line.
And they were going to let him pass the ball instead of just handing it off to Noble. And that may have been the wrong decision if you're the Farragut coaching staff. Kosiah still just introduced himself to the quarterback at this time.
He said, "Mr. Haig, welcome to Kingsport."
And Kosiah, playing with a heavy heart, lost his grandfather earlier.
Is that right?
Yeah, earlier. I think it was late last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Back of the end zone is where he's kicking from. And Bagley is going to field it. Did not call for the fair catch, and he should have got hit. But he's going to get the football at the 40-yard line of Farragut.
Stopped by 17,
right there.
And I'll tell you what, the Farragut punter was dangerously close to stepping on that end line when he caught that snap.
The referee back there really wasn't paying attention, but if we can look at a replay, I'd say his heel was sitting in the white.
Well, I thought it was the 39, and they originally stood at the 40, but they are going to place it at the 39. So Indians 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of Farragut. Let's see if they can make it 4 touchdowns in 4 possessions here in the second half with 10:43 remaining. A 4-touchdown lead in the 4th quarter might be enough to seal this. Farragut's gone 3 and out all 3 possessions this half. Indians have scored touchdowns 3 for 3 possessions. And this one's starting at the Farragut 39-yard line. 2 wides far side, 1 near side. And Corday Moore is the running back for the Indians.
First time tonight.
Comes a man in motion as Williams. Moore gets it, fights his way up the middle for 3 yards to the 36-yard line.
Ran into the back of one of his offensive linemen, was able to spin off of him and kept his legs turning and got 3 yards.
Here comes Bagley back in. It gave him a little bit of a breather after that punt that he fielded. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Tribe at the Farragut 36-yard line.
And is kind of taking their time.
The key here, Michael, is burn as much time as you can, whether you get points here or not. If you can run, it'd be nice to get a first down. Better to get points, but burn some clock with a 3-score lead. Here comes Thomas in motion again. Bagley's going to get it, picks his way. He's going to get a yard, 2, just 2 to the 34-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Tackled by number 20.
171 yards unofficially on 21 carries for Tegan Bagley.
Wow. Approaching his second 200-yard game of the season.
3rd and 5 for the Tribe. 9:35 and counting left in the football game. Indians lead at 28-10.
Indians getting a little conservative with the play call, but as you said, running the clock.
Burning as much of the play clock as they can because it's 40 seconds. They're running about 35 seconds at a crack or more.
Yeah, play clock down to 5.
Down to 5 now. Sykes will take the snap. Bagley around the right side, breaks the tackle.
There you
He's
go,
got the first down.
There you go, stay in bounds.
Well, they had him. They had him for a loss of yardage and spun off 2 guys and got all the way down to the 26-yard line, a pickup of 8, a first down.
Another Kingsport Fitness first down. Nice running, nice play call that time. Nice run that time by Tegan.
And we're under 9 minutes remaining in the football game and possibly the season for the Farragut Admirals. Thomas and Pruitt split to the far side. That is the narrow side of the field. Dylan Murray lone wide out to the near side. I would be shocked to see the Indians put the ball in the air at this point, Michael.
Yeah, I would be, but I'd like to see a screen pass, though, to be honest with you.
Here comes Thomas. Oh, here comes the pass. Pump fakes. Throwing it for Murray.
Oh!
Incomplete.
Oh, it's a little underthrown.
Yep.
Well, he had a man in his face.
He was under pressure and just could not get it, and
number 12
was underthrown, and that'll stop the clock with 8:20 remaining.
Dylan Murray tried to come back for the football. Made a good attempt at it, but just wasn't able to grab it. Give the defender credit, too, as number 12 is running off the field. That's
that was Smith.
Yeah,
he looks like he got shook up a little bit.
Yeah, he's a little worse for wear that time.
Murray split to the far side this time. Pruitt and Thomas near side. 2nd and 10 from the 26-yard line of the Admirals for the Indians.
Yeah, you run the ball.
Franklin, H-back near side. Play clock down to 10. Bagley trying to come near side. He's going to be dropped as they were looking for the outside run. Back at the 30-yard line, loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd and 14 for the Tribe.
Kent Carbaugh on the tackle for the Admirals. And give Bagley credit. He did not try to do anything else. He held on to the football and went ahead and took the tackle and went down to the ground. Kept the clock running and didn't try to do anything and lose the football.
Under 8 minutes remaining now. 3rd and 14. Do you run? With 3rd and 14, do you put it in the air again, take that chance, or do you go ahead and run it?
It's probably going to be a screen pass to Franklin over here on the short side of the field.
Play clock down to 5. Franklin in motion. And
no, it's reverse. Oh, my goodness.
Thomas.
Oh, my
20,
goodness.
15, 10, 5, and he's brought down at about the 3-yard line.
My. Jalen Thomas on the reverse. Coach Stacker pulling out all the stops again with reverse. Another Kingsport Fitness first down.
We saw that last week.
Yeah, we did, and it took everybody by surprise, including the announce team.
1st and goal, Indians, and they are in the CVUP Plumbing and Heating and Air red zone. Once again, 1st and goal from the 3 for the Indians. 7:16 and counting left in this one. If they can get these 3 yards and stick this in, that's going to be the fork stuck in the Farragut Admirals.
Yeah, boy. Dandy Don Meredith will make another appearance.
Bagley up the middle.
Give him 6.
Did he get there?
Give him 6.
Touchdown, Dobyns-Bennett.
6.
They are 4 for 4 in the second half. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns.
Man, oh man alive. That is absolutely an offensive juggernaut is this Indian offense here in the second half. Every time they've gotten the ball, it doesn't matter where they're at on the field, they put the ball in the end zone here in this second half.
I think this was more than 6 plays this time, though.
Yeah, well, it's okay.
I'll have to add it up.
Okay, it's all right. Like I said, it don't matter how many plays as long as the end result is points.
Extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:59 remaining. Dobyns-Bennett leads at 35-10. Indian football brought to you by Chanscott Key of Kingsport continues after this.
McLean set to kick for the Indians.
Indians trailed 10-7 at the half. They have outscored the Admirals of Farragut 28-0 here in the second half. 4 offensive possessions, 4 touchdowns for Dobyns-Bennett, 3 offensive possessions, 3 3-and-outs for the Admirals. And just under 7 minutes remaining, so the Admirals could steal out points, but they're in a big, big hole. Kickoff taken at the 3, 5, 10, 15, and he's not going to get to the 20.
Oh,
and there's a flag. There's going to be a face mask. It's the only thing it can be.
Yeah.
With great coverage and gang tackling, but the flags came out. He got to the 18, and I think we're going to have face mask against the Indians.
Yeah.
So that's going to move them out 5, 10, 15, out to across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
And there's 2 flags, as a matter of fact.
Well, I think they're probably for the same thing.
Right.
Let's see. We're going to get the call by the referee.
During the return, personal foul, number 4 on the kicking team. First down.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was not intentional.
Yeah. How dare you sack the quarterback and then get a face mask on the kickoff return? How dare you do that?
Well, who are we going to have at quarterback? It's going to be Hobson. He's coming back out.
He's a gamer.
Yes, he is.
He's just a sophomore.
6:45 remaining. Indians lead at 35-10. They've got 2 wides near side, 1 to the far side. Rolling right. Here comes pressure. Got away. Oh, and then he's hit from behind.
Kosai from the front. Tyreek from the back.
He got away from Kosai, but Tyreek, he did not see that truck coming.
No.
Dropped back at the 29-yard line. Only a loss of 4 this time.
That is the, let's see, that is the, fifth sack here in the second half? Fifth sack in the second half.
I've lost
6 for the ball game.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah,
at least 4 here in the second half, and they had 2 in the first half.
Yeah.
So we know that it's been at least 6. Second and 14. Quick throw to the outside. Indians with men. They didn't get there quick enough. Smith down the sideline. Look out. 40.
He's gone.
30.
He's gone.
20. 10. Touchdown Farragut.
Wow.
And the Indians missed that first tackle, and he was gone.
Quick strike by the Admirals, and they get a bunch back in a hurry.
Hobson's pass complete.
5:48 remaining in the football game. Farragut on the scoreboard.
That was their first down of the second half, Don, on that touchdown run.
71 yards on the pass. No, yes, 71, but it's just a 67-yard drive.
Yeah.
And they'll line up for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is good. 5:48 remaining in the football game. Dobyns-Bennett leads at 35-17. Indian football brought to you by Chanscott Key of Kingsport continues after this. 5:48 remaining, and Farragut with their first down in the second half, and it's on a 71-yard touchdown pass. Just a little swing pass to the outside. The Indians missed the first tackle, and then Smith was gone down the sideline. 2-play, 67-yard drive, but it was a 71-yard pass, Hobson to Smith, making it 35-17. And you got to believe with just 5:48 remaining, Michael, that the Admirals are going to onside kick it.
They are, and they're actually changing hash marks.
Yep, they're going to line up on the near hash, and everybody is going to be from the near hash over. I thought you had to have, okay, now they're moving. I was going to say you had to have a certain amount on the offside of the ball.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Oh.
And the ball is loose, and I'm not sure who's got it.
I think Farragut's
got it back.
They got it back.
Yep.
Hit the end, bounced up, hit the Indian.
Indians waited. I think they should have come up, and it bounced up and hit him and bounced back.
Number 2, Harrison Kilpatrick.
Yeah, hit the Indian player in the face mask, and it bounced away from him, but it did not go forward. It went backwards, so they're back in on their side of the field, so they've got a long way to go to get to the end zone.
They went 71 yards on one play before, so they've got it with 5:40 remaining, 35-17 at their own 39-yard line. Defense is going to have to step up again.
Yeah, I'm looking at Jacobs down there. He's got a cast on his left hand.
You cannot,
right hand?
You cannot, against this Farragut team, we talked about it, you cannot miss tackles.
No, you cannot.
And they will be onside kicking the rest of the game if they score. 3 wides near side. Straight drop. Rolling, throwing, out of bounds.
Yep, and there's a flag late. I think we may have a holding. It is a holding on Farragut.
Yep. So that would move it back to the 29-yard line. That play does not count, so it'll be 1st and 20 with 5:32 remaining.
Is coach taking it? Coach is declining, I think.
Really? No, he's taking it. They're marking it off.
Holding, number 57 on the offense. Replay, first down.
Yeah, that's only the 3rd penalty on Farragut for this ball game.
1st and 20 at the 29. Don't let anybody get behind you and make tackles. Wrap them up. Because they got some speedsters out there. 4 wides, 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side, ball on the far hash, moving left to right.
Let's have another meeting at the quarterback.
Be nice. Hobson, well, they're only rushing 3. Here comes a late blitzer. Throw to the outside, and he's going to get away and got to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Sensible ball holding on for dear life against Collins.
Stopped by number 11, Jackson Sensible.
Collins with his just his third catch of the night. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. They have not changed the down marker yet. It still says 1st down. It should be 2nd. Noble with the handoff. Spins forward to the 45-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 4.
Charlie Noble on the carry.
44-yard line, 3rd and 5.
On the stop, 19.
It's 4 down.
Oh, they have to go 4 downs, because down 35-17 with 4:45 remaining in the football game. Now they can just run a quick out pattern if they want to. 3 wides near side again, 1 to the far side. Hobson back to throw. Stepping up, trying to throw long. Going for Jacobs, and it's incomplete. Overthrew him.
Yeah, he had him.
Robbie Jacobs.
Had a step.
Incomplete, 4th down.
4th and 4. Not a bad situation to go for it because you knew you were going to go for it on 4th down anyway. So why not take a shot? Because he probably figured Indians are looking for a quick short pass. 4:26 remaining.
It's 4th down.
Noble coming out of the backfield. Quick throw to Smith over the middle. He's got the 1st down. Got away from 1 man. Almost got away from a second. Boy, he is quick.
Yeah, he's quick as a cat.
All the way to the Indian 41-yard line.
Koreshi Smith.
15 yards.
They're going, hurry up. Got to. That's motion right there on the offensive line.
Well, they had 1st and 20. It didn't hurt them. This
Try the snap. False start. Number 73 on the offense. 1st down.
And move it back to the 46-yard line. 4:03 remaining in the football game, 35-17. Indians still with a 3-score lead. Hobson back to throw, stepping up, throwing out pattern. Is there going to be pass interference?
Maybe holding.
He caught the pass, but if it's pass interference, it'll be a 10-yard penalty and an automatic first. I think it's an automatic first down. I get my rules from one level to another confused a little bit.
You spend way too much time on the football field on Fridays and Saturdays.
No. That is hold.
It's a holding.
Well, it's not. No, you don't mark it from where he caught it.
Holding, number 11 on the defense.
They're going to mark
Yardage
it
good
from where
enough
he
for a
caught
first
it.
down.
You don't do that.
Wow.
It's from the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him 8 yards on the catch. And then 15, and then 10 more yards on the hold down to the 28-yard line. I don't understand that. Noble gets a handoff. He's not going anyplace. I do not understand that, Michael, because it should be from the line of scrimmage if it's a hold.
Yeah, that's what I would think. Yeah.
26,
not from where, if it was pass interference.
We know we had a bad mark-off last week.
Yeah, that's another. It's another one. Tyree Thomas on the tackle that time.
1 yard for Noble. They're hurrying up. 3:23 and counting. 3 wides near side. Hobson back to throw. Looking, throwing long. He's got Jacobs. Incomplete.
Good defense. Good defense, Thomas.
He's crying to the official.
Yeah, Thomas turned around, got his hands up, turned around, was able to get it, knock that ball away.
For the Indians.
Clock stops with 3:14 remaining. I'll tell you what, with their offense, they can do a lot of damage very, very quickly. And the Indians are trying to play soft so as not to give up something deep. And they're able to move the ball downfield. 3rd and 9 from the 27-yard line. Hobson, quick throw to the outside. Complete. It's going to bring up 4th and about 3 or 4.
Pass complete to Landon Collins on the stop. Number
Collins
11,
with the catch at the 21-yard line. 6 yards.
This could be the game right here, Don. The Indians get a stop right here. They can ice this game away. Got to get a stop right here on 4th down.
Hobson back to throw, throwing. Oh, that's a push-off.
Oh, yeah.
That was a push-off. That's offense. That better be offensive.
It should be. It should be. It should be.
Collins caught it again, but he clearly pushed off.
I think they're calling it on the Indians.
Well, they sure shouldn't. If they're going to call it against the Indians, it's going to be a hold.
There you go, and that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what they called. They called holding.
So they're going to mark that off after the catch again.
You can't mark it off after.
Well, that's what they're going to do. The same thing they did last time.
Number 11 in the defense.
That's horrible.
Half the distance of the goal. Yardage good enough for a first down.
Horrible.
Down at the 8-yard line for a 13-yard pickup. And then they're going to mark it off half the distance of the goal line.
That's horrible.
1st and goal from the 4.
Dobyns-Bennett's taking the timeout. Coach Christian is not happy.
Now, he wants an explanation.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not an explanation.
Defense.
He's not going to say anything to the official.
No.
2:36 remaining in the football game. Indians lead at 35-17. They led at 35-10. But the Admirals are making it interesting, Michael.
Yeah, they are. And we knew there was no quit in this Admiral Ball Club. I mean, that's...
Well, you're playing for your season.
Yeah, you don't get this far by giving up. This team has fought hard all season long. They just had some bad breaks during the year. But this Admiral team, there's a lot of fight in this Admiral team. And this is sort of, really and truly, this is sort of a rivalry. They have been going against each other for a long, long time, and I think Coach Christian
he is going to go out and talk to him about something.
Yeah, he tried it on that.
I'm not sure what he's going to talk to him about. And now they're bringing him all about. He said, no, Coach, you can't come out in the field here. I'll come over and talk to you on the sideline.
Yeah. Then here comes the other referee to be a second for it, and they're shaking hands. Everything's okay. That was a quick conversation.
He said what he wanted to say and left it at that.
Yep.
First and goal, Admirals at the Dobyns-Bennett 4-yard line. This drive started at the Farragut 39 after they recovered an onside kick that bounced off a Dobyns-Bennett man. You got your hands team in there. You got to hang on to the ball.
Yeah.
Farragut, by the way, has got all 3 of their timeouts left, too. Sending a man in motion, and Hobson's going to keep it, and he's going to get hit and be brought down at the 2 after a pickup of 2.
Hobson on the quarterback keep.
They're going heavy.
They're letting the clock run.
Gabe Marshall.
2:20 and counting. The Indians are going to run some players in. They got to get some guys off quickly. And that motion.
It's either motion or Dobyns-Bennett's offsides. They're calling offsides against Dobyns-Bennett. Will Ford was not set.
Didn't get in there quick enough. They sent him in awfully late.
Yeah, it's going to be offsides against Dobyns-Bennett.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, number 26 on the offense, on defense.
26, okay.
Yardage, half the distance goal. Replay second down.
So it's going to be second and goal from the 1 now.
Yeah, 7 penalties on Dobyns-Bennett, 4 of them in the second half, 3 in the first half. Only 4 penalties against Farragut. And they go heavy with 49 getting the ball. And 40, that's the first time we called his name.
On the carry, 49, Random Miller
running
for an
back,
Admiral
gets into the end zone for the Admirals, and we've got a flag, late flag, and I think it's going to be unsportsmanlike on Farragut.
Well, that'll back up the kickoff.
Maybe.
Well, if it is unsportsman.
Well, he ran over there to talk to the Farragut coach, so I don't know if it's against Farragut or not. So it may be against Dobyns-Bennett.
Prior to the snap, delay of game, the ready for play was not blown on the offense.
Oh.
Replay second down.
Delay of game. What was it?
Prior to the snap. So that doesn't count, does it?
But no. So I didn't understand what he said, but it was a delay of game. So it's not a touchdown.
No.
It's going to move it back to the 6-yard line.
Yeah.
So it's going to bring up second and goal from the 6, and they're going to stay with the heavy package. 1:59 remaining in the football game. 35-20. Nope, it's 35-17. Got to take those points off the board, boys.
Yep, got to take that off the board.
They still got the 23 up there. Got to take that off, folks. You're at your home field here. Don't be there. We got it back to 17. It's a snap, handoff. They're going to run a reverse. It's Collins.
They've got it.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
He's going to be hit, brought down at the 5.
Give Jackson Sensabaugh credit that time, Don. He took the outside angle away and made him cut it back inside. And there his teammates were to stop it up.
Timeout.
Farragut takes a timeout.
Yep, that's their first timeout. They'll have 2 left. It's going to be third and goal from the 5. 1:46 remaining. Are you as surprised as I am after it got backed up on the delay call that they're not putting it in the air with as efficient as they are throwing the football?
Look here. Collins against Sensabaugh. Collins is getting the ball. I'm
throwing the corner or in the back of the end zone, throw it up for grabs.
Collins against Sensabaugh tonight. I'm throwing the ball to Collins every time. I'm sorry, but that's what I'm doing. Yeah, because he is a.
You got Collins at 6'2". 6'2". 6'2".
Jackson Sensabaugh 5'8".
Well, he's listed at 6 foot. I don't think he is.
Jackson Sensabaugh.
That's what it says.
If he's 6 foot, I'm 6'8", 230.
That'd be pretty skinny at 6'8". And you ain't that skinny, I'm telling you. Third and goal from the 5 for the Admirals. 35-17 Indians. 1:46 left in this one.
Yes.
If they score, they'll go for 2 to try to make it an 8-point game.
Yeah.
Snap, back to throw, looking, throwing.
Almost
incomplete.
picked off. Almost picked off. Tegan Begley in the end zone with a great play from his safety position, knocking that ball down.
Well, I said I was surprised they didn't throw it on the last play. Hobson threw it that time, and it's going to be 4th and goal from the 5 with 1:41 remaining. Actually,
it's 4th down.
It would make it a 10-point game. It wouldn't make it an 8-point game if they go for 2 and are successful. Hobson back to throw. Here comes pressure.
Oh, it's picked off.
And picked
Peyton
off.
Franklin.
20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40.
Run, Peyton. Run, Peyton. Run, Peyton.
30, 20, 10,
yes.
5,
yes.
touchdown!
Yes.
Dobyns-Bennett.
Yes, yes, no flags on the field. Peyton Franklin jumps the route.
Peyton Franklin intercepted the pass at the 6-yard line to stop a late drive by Farragut in the opening game of the season.
Yeah, he did.
It is only fitting that he's the guy that picks that thing off and runs it back for the touchdown.
In the words of one famous baseball player, it's deja vu all over again, baby. I'll take it every day of the week. Peyton Franklin, P. Frank, folks, you will hear about this play again because that is going to be it.
41-17 awaiting Cooper McLean's extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is good. 1:19 remaining. Indians lead at 42-17. We'll be back with more Indian football brought to you by Chance Scott Key of Kingsport right after this.
7 yards.
.19 remaining. Dobyns-Bennett 42, Farragut 17. Admirals knocking at the door. We're 1st and goal at the 1. Got backed up to the 6 on the delay. Ran a reverse, stuffed after 1-yard gain. A pass knocked down at the goal line, and then Peyton Franklin, unofficially, 99-yard interception return for a touchdown. The quarterback, Hobson, was the only guy that had a chance to get him, and the Indians had a man out in front blocking him. And on the return out to the 28, 27-yard line, Farragut will take over. But they trail 42-17 with 1:10 remaining. And as I said before we went to the break, only fitting that Peyton Franklin got that interception. He had an interception at the Indians 6-yard line in the opening game of the season to stop a late Farragut drive that would have tied the game. And so it's only fitting that he get that one to seal this one tonight. The Indians will play host to Bearden, a 49-14 winner last night over Jefferson County next Friday night. Indians with a man running on late. Hobson hands it off Noble.
No, that's number 4.
Is
Blum,
it?
Blum. Vince Blum.
Okay, Vince Blum. He carries out to the 37-yard line for a 1st down. And they are not going to stop the clock. Oh, no. They did. They're stopping the clock to move the chains.
Yeah.
Now it's running. They are not going to use their last 2 timeouts down 42-17. I don't blame them. Hobson out to throw, complete, coming inside, all the way across. Is that Collins?
Yes,
it is. Out across midfield to the Indian 49-yard line.
A lot of arm tackling out there. Indians got a lot of younger guys out there now against this Admiral first string.
Yep. 35 seconds left. Hobson fakes a handoff. Quick throw to the near side. Jacobs drops it.
Pass incomplete. Intended for Robbie Jacobs.
Clock stops with 29.6 seconds remaining.
We get to see the Bearden Bulldogs again.
Yep.
I hadn't seen them in a while.
They're the ones that eliminated us last year at the first round of the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Down at their place. Handoff going left side. That's number 14. Big running room across the 30. We're through an arm tackle, and he's going to go the distance.
There he is. That is
on the carry,
Luke Finnegan.
Luke Finnegan for an Admiral touchdown.
Give him 6 for Mr. Finnegan.
49-yard run. Indians with poor tackling.
Yeah, the young folks are making business decisions, and Coach Christian's wanting to know what in the world's going on. He wants his hands team ready. He said it ain't over with yet, guys.
Well, it's over, but there's 17 seconds left. They're not done trying to put points on the board.
That's what he's talking about.
4 plays, 73 yards, and a 49-yard run by Finnegan, right?
Accused point after attempt is good.
Extra point good. And the score is now 42-24 Dobyns-Bennett. Indian football brought to you by Chanscott Key of Kingsport continues right after this. .17 seconds remaining. Let's see if Farragut just kicks it deep or if they try an onside kick. ETSU falls to Eastern Kentucky 82-78 after trailing at halftime. Battled, but come up short. Gonna kick it deep. They have called it. Taken it to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32, and they blow the whistle.
Tegan Begley on the carry.
Well, take it easy, guys. Take it easy.
It's over. It's over.
DB will take 1 snap, and it'll be done.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my grandson and daughter who are watching the game. They should be here next week.
You have been looking at your phone, so I'm guessing you are hearing comments from them.
I am hearing comments. Hudson is giving comments.
It's Huddy. Okay.
Huddy is giving his mother messages for us to give me.
All right.
My good friend Terrence McLean up in Richmond, Virginia, is also watching and listening, and he always has some nice anecdotal things to say. None of them I can say on the air.
And probably not too nice if it's about you, right?
No,
he likes to give you a hard time.
He does, and JoJo and Ash are also listening and watching, and Joe's always giving me comments and critiques.
And the Indians will take a snap and take a knee, and that'll be it. Dobyns-Bennett moves on to the second round of the playoffs to host Bearden High School next Friday night. 42-24, our final score. We'll take a timeout. We'll start our wrap-up on Indian football, brought to you by Chanscott Key of Kingsport right after this. Dobyns-Bennett defeats Farragut by a score of 42-24. Indians move on to the second round of the playoffs to face off against Bearden. That game will be right here at Dobyns-Bennett High School next week. And Michael, that win last week against Science Hill at William B. Green Jr. Stadium, getting the #1 seed and guaranteeing 2 home playoff games. Well, the Indians earned one tonight. They're going to get that second home playoff game.
Yeah, man. That's what you play for, to get these home playoff games. And Indians thought we thought maybe they had a little Science Hill hangover there in the first half. But I don't know what was said in the at halftime. But whoever came out in the third quarter, I need to see them come out in the first quarter next week.
By the way, speaking of Science Hill, 3 seconds left in the game. They lead Cleveland 30-28.
Hello.
So that's been a barn burner over there at Kermit Tipton Stadium. Before we go any further, we want to remind you that our streaming broadcast tonight has been sponsored by the title sponsor, Spivey, King & Spivey, LLP. They're a general practice law firm focusing on criminal defense and family law issues. The firm serves the Tri-Cities area and provides over 75 years of combined experience in matters dealing with criminal law, divorce, custody, business disputes, personal injury, workers' compensation, construction, civil litigation, and medical malpractice. Spivey, King & Spivey combines decades of trial experience in criminal and civil matters with the energy and perseverance which are demanded in today's modern legal environment. Give them a call, 423-245-4185. Again, 423-245-4185 to schedule your appointment today. Our secondary sponsor, well, that's Model City Roofing. If you're looking for top-notch roofing and home exterior services with affordable financing options and exceptional customer service, well, Model City Roofing has you covered. They're located at 1504 Bridgewater Lane in Kingsport behind 7 Brew Coffee off Stone Drive. You can contact Model City Roofing at 423-405-5432. Again, 423-405-5432. Or online, modelcityroofing.com to learn more. And again, a big thank you to Braden's Barbecue for providing food in the press box all season long. And I'll tell you what, that was some delicious pork tonight.
Man, oh man, it was delicious.
Indians trailed it by a score of 10-7 after tying it with 2:08 left in the first half on a 43-yard strike. Sykes to Murray. Farragut was able to go down the field and with 18.5 seconds left, facing fourth down, kicked a 33-yard field goal and led it 10-7 going into the locker room at halftime. And Michael, we knew that it was going to be that first series was going to be so important for the Indians coming out in the second half. Little did we know they were going to have 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns to 3 possessions and 3 3-and-outs for Farragut. Here's how it went. Indians, 9:15 left in the third quarter. 6-play, 80-yard drive. Sykes to Franklin, Peyton Franklin for 25 yards and the score, putting the Indians up for the first time tonight, 14-10. Then with 4:06 left in the third quarter, a 6-play, 48-yard drive after the Indians had taken over on the plus side of the field after Farragut had to kick out of their own end zone. Bagley takes it in from 3 yards out. It was 20-10 Indians. Then after forcing Farragut to kick out of their own end zone again, the Indians go 55 yards in 6 plays with 24.6 seconds left in the third. A 6-yard run, this time by Austin Sykes, and the Indians led it 28-10, and that's the way we would go to the fourth quarter. But wait, the Indians weren't done. A 7-play, 39-yard drive after a Farragut punt. 6:59 remaining in the football game. Bagley takes it in from 3 yards out. It was 35-10. And it was looking pretty good, but it didn't take them long, just a little over a minute. Hobson to Smith for 71 yards, capping a 2-play, 67-yard drive. You're saying, wait a minute, Don, 67-yard drive, but it was a 71-yard strike. Yeah, well, it was 67 yards, but they lost 4 yards in the first play. That's where that extra 4 yards come from. And with 5:48 still to play, it was all of a sudden 35-17. And then an onside kick, and it bounces off an Indian, and the Admirals recover at their own 39-yard line. They march down the field, and with a little over a minute left, they're down at the Indian 1-yard line. It was second and goal.
Yeah.
Score a touchdown. Oh, wait a second. Flag, delay of game, and I think I figured out what it was. It was an illegal substitution that caused the delay of game, moves them back to the 6-yard line. They try them. Using Michael's terminology, they try a little trickeration, run a reverse to Collins. He stuffed after a 1-yard gain at the 5. An incomplete pass at the goal line broken up by Tegan Begley. And then on 4th and goal from the 5, a pass to the outside. And there go that man again, Peyton Franklin, the sledgehammer, picking it off at about, I'm going to guess it was the 1-yard line. I'm not officially sure. So unofficially, and he rumbles, bumbles, and stumbles all the way 99 yards for the score. A minute 19 left. They were not going to quit, though.
No.
Moved 73 yards in 4 plays against a lot of backups for the Indians. First stringers for Farragut yet. A 49-yard run by Finnegan for the final score, making it 42-24. They didn't onside kick. They kicked it away, and Indians took a knee, and that was the football game. The Indians go to 9-2 on the season, Michael. And you've got final stats.
Yeah, I do. Here we go. Total yardage tonight. Dobyns-Bennett 380, Farragut 332. For Farragut, they only had 55 yards rushing, and that's because the defense was outstanding on the run game. Passing yards, 277, gives them a total of 332. Noble, the running back, 14 carries, 63 yards. Hobson, the quarterback for Farragut, 19 of 31, 277, 2 touchdowns, and an ill-fated INT there at the end of the game. Collins, their big star wide receiver, 6 catches, 99 yards. Smith, the slot receiver, 4 catches for 107 and a touchdown. Jacobs, the other big-time receiver, 3 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Smith also had a touchdown. Farragut finished the ball game unofficially with 14 first downs. Only 1 sack did the Admirals get against the Indians. Give the Dobyns-Bennett offensive line kudos there. Farragut had 5 penalties. The last one, the delay of game, cost them dearly. They had 2 turnovers, and they got an interception off of Austin Sykes. For your Dobyns-Bennett Indians, they had a total of, as we said, 380 total yards, 242 yards on the ground, 138 in the air. Tegan Begley once again doing major work. 23 carries, 175 yards on the ground. Austin Sykes, 6 of 10 from the quarterback position. 138. I apologize. 138 for Sykes, 2 touchdowns and an INT. Dylan Murray, 2 catches, 86 yards. P. Frank, 1 catch and a touchdown for 25 yards there in the third quarter. Plus he had the definitive game-sealing touchdown on the INT. Dobyns-Bennett first downs 13, 6 sacks by the Dobyns-Bennett defensive line. Penalties for Dobyns-Bennett 7, 2 turnovers for Dobyns-Bennett, and they also had an INT, which was the game sealer for the Dobyns-Bennett Indians as they win this first playoff game 42-24 against the Farragut Admirals.
We've still got some awards to pass out. We're going to take a 60-second break. This is the Max Medicine Mart post-game show. Indian football brought to you by Chance Guide Key of Kingsport. We're back right after this. Dobyns-Bennett, a 42-24 winner over Farragut tonight in the first round of the TSSAA playoffs. They'll host Bearden. By the way, Science Hill won, Dobyns-Bennett won, Bearden won, Maryville won. So the top 2 seeds in Region 1 and Region 2 both won. So Science Hill will be at Maryville next week. Indians will be at home against Bearden. And then the winners, well, just depends on who wins those games, on where the games would be played. We could conceivably have a Dobyns-Bennett Science Hill rematch here at J. Fred Johnson Stadium if the Indians beat Bearden and Science Hill beats Maribel. Just throwing that out there.
Ooh, talk about ghost pepper spicy.
Just throwing that out there. We need to name a couple of award winners. Let's first go with the Beef O'Brady's of Kingsport play of the game.
Well.
I'll tell you what. I was gonna go with Austin Sykes' pass to Dylan Murray with 2:08 left in the first half from 43 yards out to put Indians on the board for the first time tonight. Got their offense going. 7-7, and that momentum. And actually, we talked about 4 straight possessions in the second half. When you count that, well, technically we got the ball for one play so you can't. Yeah. I'm gonna eliminate that one play before halftime. Technically, 5 straight possessions.
Yeah.
So because I talked about is that momentum going to carry over, but I was going to go with that, but then there's a big play right at the end of the game.
The sledgehammer. Peyton Franklin, the senior linebacker, jumps the route down about the goal line as Farragut is trying to get into the end zone on 4th down. Peyton Franklin jumps the route down around the goal line. He takes that ball and he runs all the way back down with only the quarterback Hobson to beat and a bunch of angry Admirals chasing him, and he just runs and runs and runs. Had his head back like he was going to get that last piece of chicken at the buffet table as the team got fed Popeyes tonight, so he was going after the last piece of Popeyes chicken, so he is our Beef O'Brady's play of the Beef O'Brady's of Kingsport play of the game. P. Frank's interception at the goal line.
We're going to go opposite directions on the player of the game, varsity trophy player of the game. I'm going to let you go first.
All right. I saw Dean Tyree and the group over at Varsity Trophies this afternoon. I'm going
to have to head over there in a little bit. Next couple of weeks and order some awards for the banquet.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But we talked to Dean.
We still got some football to play, though.
Talked to Dean today, and he asked me what I thought, and I said, well, we'll see what happens when we line them up. But my varsity trophies player of the game, I'm going to give it to the defense with special recognition for Tyree Thomas and Kosai Steele, who basically had quarterback sandwiches in the second half. And so we're going to give our varsity trophies player of the game to the Dobyns-Bennett defense because they had, 6 sacks on the night, 5 in the second half, and they really made it miserable for the quarterback for Farragut tonight in the second half. So the defense is our varsity trophies player of the game.
I'm going to go with Tegan Bagley, 175 yards rushing on 23 carries. Chris Poore, the Dobyns-Bennett basketball coach, asked me before we went on the air, what do you think? And I said, 2 things are going to have to happen. I said, number one, we can't get beat. They've got guys that can beat us deep. We have been beat deep a few times this year. We cannot get beat deep consistently tonight, and we have to be able to run the football. We got beat deep once. And actually, they had a big play. It was down the sideline. It wasn't really getting beat deep. It was a big play, but it was poor tackling that allowed Smith to go up the sideline. So I'm only really counting the one from Jacobs. But we had to run the football, and we did run the football. Tegan Bagley, 175 yards in 23 carries. So he is my varsity trophy player of the game. So
and let's give the big knucklehead credit and his group, the Beef Boys. They only allowed 1 sack tonight. They played and gave Bagley room to run for 175 yards. So my hat's off to that offensive line because they did an outstanding job tonight. But Tegan Bagley, as you said, varsity trophies player of the game along with the defense. Got to get one more like that so we can maybe get another game here at J. Fred Johnson Stadium.
Thanks to everybody who tuned in on 1320 WGOC tonight and everyone who tuned in on the streaming broadcast tonight on the YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. And it'll be back here at J. Fred Johnson Stadium again next week against Knox Bearden. Pre-game show at 6 o'clock. The kickoff will be at 7. By the way, no Sports Line Saturday on the Sports Monster tomorrow because ETSU football kicks off at 12 o'clock, and that means that the pregame show begins at 10:30. It's a little tough to do a 10 to noon show when we're doing a pregame show at 10:30. So I will be over at William B. Green Jr. Stadium with the crew, bringing in the broadcast of ETSU and Western Carolina. Big Southern Conference matchup for the Buccaneers tomorrow. So we will be there then. Thanks to Asher Moore back at Radio Center for producing and engineering the broadcast. For Mike Delaney, I'm Don Hellman. So long, everyone.